What's happening? Worldwide live. It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles live and all that. What's happening, everybody? Exciting. Today happens to be a very special day. 2 years ago, today, on April 8th, we did the first show. 2 years ago today was the very first New York Hardcore Chronicles live show. So 2-year anniversary. I'm real excited about today's show. Got a good friend coming on, and we're going to talk about some real New York hardcore shit. You know? Yes, it is, James Elliott. It's Cuz Joe today. Cuz Joe Day. That's right. So, yeah, 2 years. 2 years up in this motherfucker. The New York Hardcore Chronicles live, sponsored by New York Hardcore Comics, The Organic Grill, the Texas Silver Rush, Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards, DTFM Vinyl Distro, Chacho's Tacos, Generation Records, and 126 Clothing. Thank you to the sponsors that have supported the show. Thank you to all the patrons that have made the show possible, and everybody else that watched the show, the Facebook pages and everything. 2 years. Thank you, Gina. Pretty incredible. It was never part of the plan. I didn't set out to be a talk show host, but certainly fell into it. And hey, I don't know where RS70 is, bro. He don't live in my house. He's not banned from the show. I don't know where he is, bro. Ask him. He's not blocked from the chat room, and I don't live with him, so I can't ask him. Oh, thank the pandemic too. Oh, I want to thank the pandemic for giving me an audience. Whatever, you know. Yes, I didn't foresee worldwide domination, but now that said, I want to shout out real quick. Where is this band that I want to shout out? Oh, here we go. Here's a shout out right here. It's a Friday show. It's a bonus show, but I want to shout out down in Florida. I want to shout out this band, Left on High. They have a new album called Green. And just want to say that you know that this is a Florida band. How would you know that this is a Florida band? I'm asking you. What's giving this band away? What screams Florida about this band? And it's not the Incendiary Device shirt, you know, but what you know, bro?
I'm gonna guess flip-flops.
Yeah. Dude's wearing mandals, or AKA flip-flops.
Flopcore.
Dude, I'm rocking my flip-flops in the hardcore band.
Don't wear those in the pit.
Yep. That's, I guess that's funny. Hardcore in Florida, rocking flip-flops, you know?
Oh, that's
so
funny.
There you go.
Yep. As soon as I saw the toes.
This is Left on High. Check them out. They have a new release called Green. So Florida hardcore represent. What's up with you?
What's going on? 2 years and almost 200 episodes.
2 fucking years, B.
That's crazy.
200 episodes. We're gonna announce the big 200 show pretty soon. That's all coming up. You know. Hey, I want to shout out Vinny Dope.
Vinny.
I hope you're feeling okay. I feel bad. Vinny told me last time I saw him, he came up to me and said hello, and I sort of dissed him, and it was just like he caught me like when I'm in that zone of like 8,000 things stressing at once, and it's like, hey Drew, how you doing?
I know that face.
It's like I'm in the jungle in Vietnam, you know. It's like
1,000-mile stare.
He's like, I saw you at the Tompkins Square Park show, and you like didn't even acknowledge me. I'm like, eh.
Oh, that's funny. I'm glad he's doing okay, that guy.
We love you, Vinny, and we hope that you're okay. And I promise it won't happen again. Will Fred Schneider be the 200th episode? No. There's a monster in my pants, and it does a funny dance. Hey, Ryan. Nice seeing you yesterday. What was yesterday? Did I see anybody yesterday? Oh, yeah, of course. Ryan plays drums in Silence Equals Death. I saw him. I went to the guy that deals with us at the Bowery Electric. Sam is opening up his own place.
Oh, nice.
You know?
I saw a nice shot of Scott Earth wearing his incendiary device shirt, actually.
I also want to say a prayer for my good friend Danny Schuler, whose mom passed away. The wake happened this morning. Today, I had the show. I could not go, but my condolences to the Schuler family and to Danny Schuler, who is a beloved figure here in New York City. You know,
absolutely.
That's it. All right, let's do photo of the day. All right,
let's do it,
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Photo of the day. What do we got here? Boom. What do I hear? Is that the train?
Yeah, they're doing some kind of testing on the train right now. A little feedback for you.
Right. All right. Photo of the day. Oh, you got banned on YouTube. Huh. I'll look into that. I don't understand why or how, but maybe I could do something about that. I'll look into it. But I'm glad you're back, RS.
Yes.
Okay. Is it Guar? Is it Animal from the Muppet Show? Is it Lou Albano, the New York Hardcore Edition? Ah! Is it the Grateful Dead on acid? Is it Devil? Is it Matthew Silver? I don't know who Matthew Silver is. Do you?
I don't.
Come on, Scott Earth. You're going over our heads. Oh, here's a good. Is it Jerry Garcia? Good one. Is it Bruiser Brody? Is it Be Real Cypress Hill? Is it Jimmy Cliff? Is it Mankind? Is it Rob Zombie?
Wow, they're coming in hard and fast now.
Yeah, right? All right, everybody's on point.
Jimmy Cliff.
I know why everybody's on point today. Because everybody's excited about hearing the lineup for the Black and Blue Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And let me tell you something. I've seen it. And you know what? It's great. So, all right, here's another one. Let's do right answers only, please. Right answers only. Boom. Is it Sasquatch? Is it Miles Davis? Is it Agnostic Flan?
That's going back to the beginning.
That's going back. Yes. Is it COT? Is it COT? It's funny, like the Astoria people are like COT. Yes, Danielle, that's your dude right there. I know, one of your good friends. Is it Crown of Thorns? Is it COT? All right.
It is COT.
Is it Isaac and Dijon? Is it Isaac? Is it Lord Isaac? Is it Lord Isaac? A Cadillac, you ought to know by now. All right, what do we got?
It's COT, Crown of Thorns. Of course, I had to go with Danny for today with Joe on. I figured I'd go with one of our own there, and that is with obviously Mike Dijon. And this was Amityville Music Hall, January of 2020. This is right before everything really went down. And well, it's funny because I have usually when you take pictures there's a big AMH behind it. Yeah. But this one there wasn't, so it's not as obvious. But yeah, this was Amityville Music Hall, and Crown of Thorns. Just it is a nice shot. Oh man,
Hey, what's up, Brenda? Did you hear me shout out your dudes? I'm a big fan of the dude in flip flops. Tell him, winning. So,
will there be flip flops at the next incendiary show?
Listen, bro. Listen. There's a new rule in effect as far as the Bowery Electric goes. You can't come in unless you're wearing flip flops. All right. Everybody has to wear flip flops.
There's your new merch right there.
Yes, it is Mike Dijon, of course, New York Hardcore, Astoria, Queens legend, and played in a lot of bands, including Breakdown, and he's in Outburst now, and
he was Cro-Mag
Crown of Thorns. Well, why am I spacing on the very first band that he was in? Not Fit of Anger. Why am I spacing on Dijon's first band. Help me out. Yeah. All right. That said.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is a big one today. And it's Friday. Come on now.
Hey, did you send me the next 4 shows?
I did. I sent you the next 8 shows.
Oh. Let me find that. I guess I didn't.
I did.
Don't lie to me.
I did. I wouldn't lie to you. Hey, happy birthday to Toby Morse, by the way. I saw it's his birthday today.
Is that right?
Yeah. I think he's 52.
Toby Morse can't be 52, but I guess maybe he can.
Yeah. I mean, how old is Maximus?
All right, what are you asking me how old Toby's kids are?
Well, I'm saying he
the
can
fuck would I know
52.
how old Toby's kids are?
You know how old your kid is?
23.
Wow. That's crazy.
Shit. Whatever. All right, boom. Next 4 shows coming up this Sunday.
There we go.
Come on, we're going to get down with Matt Melnick from Dark Side, Down Low, and Disassociate. Then Sunday, April 17th, Eugene from Go Go Bordello.
Very excited for that one.
It'll be a heavy show. Wednesday, April 20th, Doug Karen from Field Day, Descendants, Cottonmouth Kings, and Dag Nasty. And then Sunday, April 24th, the L'Amour retrospective.
L'Amours.
Yo, let's go to L'Amours and pick up some L'Amorsels. So all that's going down.
Alex
all right,
Kane.
man. Let's keep it moving.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Astoria Lou. Dijon's first band was Show of Force.
There we go.
For some reason, I always get it confused with Fit of Anger for some reason. You know? Yeah, Eugene's going to be great. All right, bro.
I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Bye. All right. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, and we are sponsored by New York Hardcore Comics, the Texas Silver Rush, Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards, DTFM Vinyl Distro, Chacho's Tacos, Generation Records, 126 Hardcore. Come on now, Vlad. Organic Grill. It's a vegan restaurant located in the East Village of New York City at 123 First Avenue. Featured it. You know what? Let me tell you something. Fuck this. Organic Grill's moving. How about that? Organic Grill is moving at the end of the month. They're moving like right off 6th Avenue. Right next to that 7-Eleven there. So, Organic Grill's moving, but the food's fucking great. Organic Grill. How about, speaking of great food, how about Chacho's Tacos, located in Corpus Christi, Texas? Chacho's Tacos opened their doors in 2001, home of the almighty Chacho's Taco. They cook up an incredible home-style Tex-Mex food, and this month they're celebrating their 20th anniversary. They've been supporting underground music since the beginning, and in their own words, we ain't stopping anytime soon. Touring bands that play Corpus Christi, swing by and get a home-cooked meal. At Chacho's Tacos, we got you. The underground scene will never die. Please follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. Last but not least, Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards, located in Lakewood, Colorado, is the Rocky Mountain headquarters for all things punk, hardcore, and metal. Established in 2014, they have the largest selection of CDs, shirts, stickers, patches, and accessories between Chicago and Los Angeles. From the pit to the ditch, they got your back. Get in touch with them at www.chainreactionrecords.com. That said, let's bring our guest on. Is everybody okay? Nobody's killing each other. In what t-shirt do you have on, Drew Stone? Thank you for sending me yours, my brother. This is The Take. One of my favorite bands, The Take, with Will Shepler and Scott Roberts. I directed 2 of their videos. I did The Elitist and Revolution Now. Love The Take. Yes, thank you, Gina. They're moving right next to the Blue Note. What is it? Is that West 4th Street? No, wait. Yeah, it's like right where the old Bleecker Bob's used to be, across the street. You're in a great mood, Drew Stone. Happy. Yeah. Listen, bro. You'd be in a great mood too if you had so many great people so many fantastic people watch the show and a great guest. So that said, let me clear the deck. Let me get my intro. What do you know? Let's clear the deck. Here we go. Buckle up. Today's guest is an American entrepreneur and music promoter hailing from Long Island, New York. For over 20 years, he's been at the helm of Black and Blue Productions, which has put on shows in the New York metropolitan area, including the internationally attended Black and Blue Bowl and numerous benefit shows in our beloved Tompkins Square Park. Please welcome, coming at us, once again, our old friend, Cousin Joe. Hey, man.
What's up, Drew?
What's up?
What's up, everybody?
How's Long Island?
It's good.
Yeah?
I mean, I'm in the city a lot, but I'm down in my man cave. Just couldn't wait to do the show. It's been a minute.
Yeah. I know. I've been down in the man cave. Oh, did someone ring the door? Did someone ring the doorbell?
You there?
Yeah, did someone ring the
Drew,
doorbell?
what happened?
You see me?
Uh-oh. Where are you, Mike? I can't hear you.
I see you.
I can't hear you.
Sign off and sign on.
I can't hear you.
That's not me. All right. Well, we're off to a good. Hey, can you hear me?
Can't hear you. What's going on?
Sign off and sign back on.
Okay, hold on.
All right. I think when his doorbell rings, I think he goes to black. Yeah, it's Long Island Wi-Fi. Go figure. Yeah. Hey, Marla, how you doing?
You hear me?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Sorry about that.
What did someone ring the doorbell?
Mikey Noodles called me.
Oh, there you go.
Mikey, you know Mikey last call, bro.
Of course.
So
let's get into this, right? Let's talk about the Tompkins thing first. Let's get into the Tompkins stuff, and then we'll do the bowl stuff. But
yeah, let's do it.
I want to let's do a little bit of a quick run through of the history. And a couple years ago, you and I got together, and this was the first one that we did in the park. That was the Dr. No benefit, right?
Yeah.
Maximum penalty, antidote, Cro-Mags, token entry, breakdown, and Dr. No. And that was a great day in the park.
That was amazing.
July 23rd, 2016, bro.
Holy shit. Wow.
6 years ago.
That's crazy. Well, time flies.
Yeah, but that was really something. That was really special. And we helped out Doc, man, who had some serious medical issues,
Yeah, I never forget. He was in tears, being humbled by, all the people that showed up to donate and, be part of that day. And I don't know if he realized like how much money we were going to give him. But
yeah, right. Well, I remember when we gave it to him, he got shook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was definitely shook. And I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But
this is how much we've aged, you and I, because we take this traditional photo of you and me every time there's a Tompkins show. But bro, we look 20 years younger, bro.
Wow, look at that.
And it was 7 years ago.
Who's that meatball? Is that meatball me?
Wow, there you go, man. Time flies. So then the next one after that, a year later, we did this one, which was the tribute to rabies, right?
Yeah, that was that was a very big event. That was rest in peace, Vinny Value. That was a big show for everybody involved to pay respect. And obviously there was some tributes to rabies in the past. We did the Black and Blue Bowl one year. They played with Rancid. Actually have that right there.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
Yeah. So we did that year with Rancid and Shitera at Webster Hall.
That was a great bowl that year, man.
Yeah. But it was a great year.
Minus played. That was great.
Yeah.
Regulate, shut down, fire burn, kill your idols, and the rabies thing.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, we lost a few people from that show, but Todd. Right. But that was amazing. Kill your idols, fire burn. That was the beginning of that band being known, and it's unfortunate with losing Todd, that band I think would have definitely gone on to be something extra special. And you can never go wrong with Shutdown. The Scandato family is, a staple in New York hardcore. I just did a podcast with John not too long ago. He does a podcast that's really not like hardcore punk related, but he does touch on things. But Regulate, awesome. Sebastian, Seb is the singer. Regulate, Long Island kid. Yep. Very smart kid, a great band.
Yeah, and they're out there doing it these days, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then the third one, which was a lot of work, and we rolled a lot of dice, and we came up aces on this one. This was an incredible show.
I mean, that was surreal. They all were surreal, but this one was definitely, that was, you learn how some people are, and when things get under pressure, and we asked a few bands to play that show, remember, and the one band who didn't hesitate was the one band I thought wouldn't do it, and Dickie was like, he didn't bat it, he didn't even second guess, remember, he was
it was,
much respect to Dickie.
I think I'll always have there'll always be a place of respect. Like I'll always respect them for what they did. They put it on the table. They said, "Hey, we'll do it, but we want to do it the way we do it." Like with our people, and so we scrambled and we put the word out there, and people put into the GoFundMe, and we got them down here, and it was great.
Yeah, that was an amazing time.
Yeah. Ask Cuz about the painting behind him. What is that? The painting behind you. What is that?
Oh shit! Hold on.
Oh,
that is Donnie Demon, Detroit CTYC.
Nice.
Two guys. He drew that. So he painted that for me.
Wow, that's nice, man.
See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
That's really nice. Is that an original behind you?
Yeah, he made. How it happened. I don't even know if it was meant for me. I was running down in front of Webster Hall, I was running down the street for something to get back to the club. I don't know why. And there was a car going by with like a bunch of people I knew. And then we all, that day is so crazy. Everyone's screaming happy. And they're like beeping at me. And he was holding a picture out the window, like that painting. So I don't know if it was for me or somebody else, but I ran by and I grabbed it. And I was like, and they were like, take it. They're like, fuck it, take it. Donnie's like, take it, cuz it's yours. So it may have been for one of the other guys, but I just took it because it was amazing. And I was like holding it, and it was a gift from Donnie.
That's awesome. Hey, I want to shout out Mike Valenti, Upstate Black and Blue, Brick by Brick. And hope you're doing well, Mike.
Yeah, Mikey. What's up, brother?
Yeah. Now, so hold on, what am I doing? Then that was number 3, and then this was number 4, which we showed some footage of at the beginning of the show, and this one really stirred it up, man. This really stirred it up, man. Any give us some thoughts in retrospect now that the dust has settled on this and all the drama and all the hysteria and all that. Your thoughts looking back?
I learned a lot about people. I learned a lot about people I thought believed in something. Not so much what they did say, what they didn't say, to be honest. Mm-hmm. But, I'm not really a grudge holder. All right. And anyone that knows me knows I consider myself a pretty humble person. I understand the last 2 years, no matter what angle you approached it at, believing what was what, it's been a tough year for everybody, a tough 2 years for everybody. Yeah. So I respect that. But I learned a lot under pressure. A lot of people are, like to just be quiet and stay outside of the attention room. I never been smeared before. I never been harassed before. I never been attacked, lied about. I mean, I've been lied about. People lie about me a lot, but throughout the stupid hardcore scene shit. But I never was accused of scamming 9/11.
Yeah, it
I
was a
didn't
bit
think
much, man.
they would turn it into a MAGA rally. All the lies that were just said were really, really upsetting to me. And you know, I wish a lot of people would have stuck up for us, but a lot of people turned their back. But regardless, when people are sick and dying and people are stressed out and don't know what the fuck's going on, not everybody can keep it together and be cool and think about things. They just react, and it was a fight or flight period, and a lot of people chose to fight. But I think that it's changed a lot for my outlook on hardcore and punk rock, and it's nothing to do with how I feel about vaccinations. It's just about the world as a whole. People, not thinking clearly and trying to come up with a common conclusion to what the fuck is going on. Because to me, at this point, if you don't question what's going on, it says a lot about where your head's at. A lot of people that I know. Okay. Yeah.
No, it was a very polarizing event, and it like, and it was. This is my take on it. It's just tragic in a certain regard that everybody on the internet has a fucking voice.
Well,
because this is me talking.
Yeah.
I personally feel like you should have to earn like some credit units to be able to talk out the side of your neck or to
sounds like logic, common sense to me. Yeah.
Right. But unfortunately, the way the world is now is that everybody, including in this particular case, people that have nothing to do with New York hardcore, nothing to do with this event, took this opportunity to talk out the side of their neck and to take shots, mostly at you, brother, and mostly at you and the bands that played, and the whole bit. But that's the world we live in, and like you said, we got to keep it moving, right?
I mean, if you think about it, whoever was there that day, they were friends of ours. It wasn't a politically a political event. It was people. No matter, we didn't care about what the fuck what you would do. Can I curse?
Yeah, you can curse.
We didn't care what we didn't care. We wanted everyone to come up and have a show. I mean, that was probably one of the most diverse, multicultural, transgender event that has happened in New York City in 25 years. I mean, we had guys in dresses jumping off the stage. We had people that didn't even like hardcore, didn't know hardcore, were there jumping off the stage. It was opposite of what they said, besides a few weird things, but that's what they do. I mean, Drew, I never knew what it was like to get smeared and lied upon. I mean, they had a picture of us.
Start an internet video streaming show. You'll learn soon enough.
Well, I mean, I'm from New York. I got family that were firemen, and my uncle Staten Island's retired fire marshal. They put my fucking face on TV and Inside Edition with burning towers.
Yeah, that was fucked.
I mean, and people were like believing it. It was just wild what hardcore kids, punk rock kids who know not to trust the news, were trusting the news over hardcore.
Well, you and I talked about this. It's sort of like at that time, the bizarre thing is like one news outlet reports on it, very one-sided, narrow-minded, and pretty much false. And then the next one takes it and sort of sprinkles something on it. And the next one, it's like a big fish story. And then by the time you see someone reporting out like what, Rolling Stone or some shit, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I mean, that got hit up by the senior editor of Rolling Stone. And they wanted me to reply, and instead I had one of my friends who's a professor, has more degrees than the thermometer. He wrote something called Moral Panic. We posted it, and of course that's not the response they expected, and of course they ignored it. Listen, the fact is, we did nothing wrong. It was a beautiful event. It was a historic day, whether you like it or not. I had people that I never met before cry and come up. I said this the last show. It was just an amazing event, amazing day for so many reasons, and I'm very happy I would do it again in a second. I mean, this is what I believe. We knew we were taking a chance by doing the show. Did we know 4,000 plus people were going to come? Hell no, I didn't know. But the Parks Department was shook because Councilman Harvey Epstein walked into the park with his little doggy and screamed "super spreader," tagged the mayor's office and the city parks department. Of course, to this day, I don't know one person from the show who got sick. Maybe they did months later, but it was not a super spreader event at all. That shit is bogus.
People just hated on it. People hated on it because they weren't a part of it, and it gave them a chance. It gave them a chance to lash out against you, Black and Blue Productions, and a lot of other people. It gave them that opportunity.
Yeah, they were yelling at us like, how could they do a show and I can't? I was like, how are you? Did I just hear that? It was, but listen, like you said, the internet, in my opinion, I won't get into it too deep, is the downfall of society in today's times. If there wasn't
I'll buy that.
If there wasn't internet, like social media, we'd be a much better human race. And I don't know I would think there's people out there that would agree with that. To me, it's common sense. I'm about common sense. I got called out of things, and that's all right. And of course, I lashed out a couple times. People are like, "Oh, why are you arguing?" Listen, I never dealt with that shit before. Someone's telling you they hope you die. I'm like, I got things to say back. So, but listen, it was the city. They lied. They tried to deny us permits, and unfortunately, we had to use the money that we should have donated to the Burn Center, who lied and said they didn't talk to us. We had to, pay our attorney to fight for us, and we won the permits back because we did nothing wrong.
And let's shout out Chris Flash, who, Chris Flash is our guy. He's for years he's been doing shows in the park, and he got the.
I lost you again. Fuck.
No, can you hear me? All right. Well, he'll come back, right? We got the drill. But shouting out Chris Flash, who is a guy that dealt with all the permits from the shadow. Great dude. There you go. Paris Mayu from Agros and Chromags. Before the internet, I assumed most people shared my moral compass and were intelligent. Now I know better, which is a valuable lesson. Yeah, right on, brother. I'd say that's fair to say. Hey, man.
Sorry, someone calls me.
Anytime that happens, I'll just knock you off and just come back. It's no big deal.
I hope not, because people are calling me. But
hey, Joe, I'm watching you now.
Last time we did this, I didn't get any phone calls. I guess I don't know, but yeah. So listen, we fought. We fought the city, and we won. I mean, it was what happened was I just learned how much more corrupt things are. Once de Blasio was on his way out, I guess how it works is when there's paperwork, because we had a suit ready to go to challenge them, they said it's bad look if de Blasio leaves for the next administration to come in. It's there. So they like, let's make a deal. So Chris Flash and our attorney, George Grasso, okay, we're like, they asked us to have, some stipulation. They want us to say, we'll give you the permits back, but Black and Blue can never do shows in the park again. So Chris called me. He was like, "Cuz, what do you want to do?" I was like, "Chris, I'm like, honestly, I don't give a shit about using that name. I mean, I'm an electrician. Right. That's how I make my money. I don't need to have Black and Blue on the flyer. It's not a big deal. We'll just say it's called something else, And he's like, he basically said, F that. We didn't do nothing wrong. You didn't do nothing wrong. It's wrong what they did to you. It's wrong what they did to us. And we fought, and they gave it to us. So,
so that said, let me segue. So that said, here we are. And we're gearing up. You're gearing up for this, which, in a lot of ways, seems to me to be a bit of a "hey, we're back." Same, basically the same lineup. And you basically said we're never going to do it again. You ran us out of town, but you know what? Here we are.
Yeah. Listen. A lot of people said a lot of stupid stuff. And I'm not going to go around expecting apologies, because people, aren't like that. And it's not what I'm expecting, but I wanted to make a point, all these bands were down to play. No one cried about what we were doing. They were like, let's do it. It was a beautiful thing, and I think they deserve a chance to play the park again. And once I had the date, almost a year to the day from last year's show, how could we not do the show again and add a couple of little toppings on the show?
Right.
It's something that I feel like we had to do. Now, will the park choose to mess with us the day of the show because of a point we're making? I hope not. The people that really we had a problem with, they left their positions. But are there, people that are going to show up and try to bust our chops about, whatever, people selling merch on around the corner or someone smoking a joint in the park? I mean, listen.
Wait a second. Murphy's Law is playing, bro.
I know. Well, so we had they made some new rules for us.
Did they?
Cost of the permit went up. Went up. They, without saying exactly what they said, they're like, you guys did, you got your permits back, but we're going to be dotting our I's and crossing our T's. So we just need to be on top of our game. We hope when everybody comes, listen, we're not going to tell you what you have to do. It's a public park, but if you keep it civil and everyone behaves, which is normally the case, we clean the park. Drew, you know that.
Yeah, we do that. We really make it. We really try to leave the park. We don't leave a mess in that park. And also have to say that we appeal to the crowd. You bring the construction bags and the crowd cleans up. We work hard to clean up that fucking park after these shows.
Yeah. So let me say this. So, obviously we got to donate money. We got to raise money which there's a GoFundMe that I'm shadow banned.
Yeah.
By the way, since the park show, my social media has been evaporated. My Twitter page for Black and Blue has been locked since April of last year. My Black and Blue Instagram page got deleted with no explanation. My Facebook pages have been frozen, locked numerous times. Anything I post is basically barely anyone sees it. So if I could ask anyone to go find the GoFundMe to donate towards the show, because without the money to pay for the stage, to pay for the sound and everything, it's going to be tough to make it happen. A lot of people have become uncomfortable with donating to GoFundMe, I've been told, and other.
Is that right?
Yeah, I had a lot of people say we're going to donate the day of the show.
All right.
So one thing we did this year, I reached out to Tunnel to Towers Foundation.
Right.
And it's funny. Someone's like, "Well, cuz after last year, they said they accused you of stealing from 9/11." I was like, "I'm not that guy because I got accused of doing something I didn't do. I'm not going to do it." So I said, "F you. I'm going to donate to 9/11." So I contacted Tunnels to Towers Foundation. A guy, Patrick, his last name is Savage. How wild is that?
Patrick Savage.
Yeah. He hits me.
He's like, go on.
Yeah, he hits me up and he's like, "Listen, we're humbled. We want to do it. Let's do it. We go through all the process with the legal team, Tunnel for Towers. They weren't comfortable with putting their logo on the flyer because it has guys in suits with demon ears, horns, getting squeezed to death. So he's like, we can't approve. We're not comfortable with that, but you guys have to go. They're giving us signage for the park, and we are going to donate a portion of the proceeds to the Tunnel to Towers Foundation."
Fantastic.
A
Listen,
9/11 thing. Last year you accused me of doing something. Well, guess what? Now I'm actually going to donate to them. So,
Joey, and all the stuff that you've done in the park, you've always set aside a certain amount of the proceeds to charity.
Yeah.
And no matter what anybody could say out there, you
Yeah.
have always stood firm on that and been righteous in that regard.
I mean, listen, anyone who knows our thing and knows, if you know me enough, I'm not a scumbag. I'm not a bully. I'm not going to steal from you. It's not my thing. So, I've lost money doing shows for years. It's not like I'm in it to make money. I'm a licensed electrical contractor. That's how I pay my bills and support my family.
Yeah.
I work in New York City on Long Island. I don't, I'm not doing shows to take people's money. So basically, that was what we chose to do, Tunnel for Towers. And funny thing about the guy, Patrick, he was trying to defend them putting the logo on the fly, defend us. And he said that New York Hardcore, this or that. And I was like, how do you know about New York Hardcore? Ironically, the guy's friend is the guitar tech for Bouncing Souls.
Oh, is that right?
So my luck, it's my life. I constantly run into people who are connected to me somehow. It's been my life since I was a kid. My father, God rest his soul, was the same way. He was like, dude, I know what's up. He's like, thank you for all you do. He's like, it's a shame. He said, it's a shame what they tried to do to you. And we're happy that you asked us to donate money. So Tunnel to Towers Foundation's involved. You'll see their signage at the park show. I posted just for the weirdos out there. I posted like an email from them saying that it was approved, and because people like to lie and say that there's some big type of scam going on, but it's not the case, obviously. So I'm pumped, man. It's gonna be a great day. I'm hoping people show up. I'm told people.
Here, I got it. I got the GoFundMe here, and the thing to do with GoFundMe is here. Let me put it up. Hold on. Let me make a banner of it real quick, and we'll talk about it.
And by the way, Sam's spot is called Old Flings.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Yeah,
thank you. Yeah, Sam, who's a manager whenever we do the Barry Electric shows. He was at A7. Yeah, I was there last night for his opening, and we wish Sam all the best. He's been always been.
I think Jesse's going to be there later. I just talked to Jesse. He just got back from tour in Spain, so he's supposed to be there too. But the place looks great, I heard. So
yeah, it looks real nice. There's booths in there. They did it. So there's the GoFundMe. The thing to do, if you can't cut and paste it, is if you just put in GoFundMe, Murphy's Law, Park, Wisdom and Chains, and the shit will come. And the date, the shit will come up. It's not.
Yeah, that'll be really helpful. Obviously, we announced this. Well, I guess last year we announced it only 2 weeks before the show, but last year was different because people were desperate to get out.
Yeah.
So, and plus people probably, I guess, had nowhere to spend their money, even though they probably were broke. But we had a lot of donations pretty quick. It's been a little slow, but from what I'm told from Chaka from Burn and a couple of the guys that have been sharing it, they said when they tag me on the post, less people, it drops tremendously.
Wow.
So I'm definitely. I know it sounds funny but stupid, but I'm actually shadow banned. I'm part of that world. It's so stupid.
Great. I look forward to my affiliation with you, undermining my show and destroying me on a global level.
It's what
I love you, bro.
That's the thing I never thought would happen with hardcore and punk rock, is that we'd be cheering on censorship and banning of freedom of speech. To me, it's like, I don't know. When I was a kid, like if there was a guy who was an a-hole and he was yapping his mouth, I wanted to kind of know who he was. I was like, let him yap. Let's see who he is. Don't let him hide. But it's just, it's a little crazy what's going on these days, actually. But
here's a picture of this is this just a little bit of a historic picture for people out there who may not know that on the site where we've done stuff and where Joey's doing the show coming up. There used to be a band shell in Tompkins Square Park, and this is the exact location where we set up the stage, and we continue that tradition in Tompkins Square Park, which in a lot of ways
Well, the story behind that, Chris always told us, is that they demolished it and they promised the permit holders a stage back when they demolished it, and they never followed through with their promise.
Is that right?
Yeah, Chris said that when they knocked that down, that was part of the deal. They promised that we would supply a stage for you guys, they'd be allowed. And unfortunately, listen, let's be real. All the red tape within the city. I mean, look what's going on now. I don't want to get into it, but if you're an athlete or a celebrity, you could go to your job unvaccinated. But if you're a restaurant worker making $20 an hour, you can't. It's wild. It's wild. The rich people, the elite, get to do what they want, but the poor people, fuck you. Yeah.
Speaking of which, here's the tie-in here. Part of the reason Tompkins Square Park means so much to us, because back in the day, it was known as the Poor People's Park, Tompkins Square. That's what it was known as. Tompkins Square Tompkins Square Park has always been the underdog, and has always been the gathering place of a lot of immigrants and people from different ethnicities.
That's cool.
And, yep. And so, yeah, pretty interesting, right? This is from 1873.
Wow. How'd you find that?
Listen, bro.
Never mind.
The shit that's on this computer at this point.
Wow.
So that said, that's the Tompkins thing. Let me see if I have anything else regarding Tompkins. I think we're good.
And people, the show again, like the rules of like of the day.
Yeah. What are the rules? What are the rules of engagement?
Well, listen, the police officers in the neighborhood, honestly, whatever, I'm gonna get called a bootlegger for this, but I don't think they really care what we're doing in the park. They're not like looking to bust anybody.
Is Hernandez
Yes,
retired?
yes. They don't really give a F really, as long as no one's doing stupid shit. It's the parks department that you have to be careful of. They're the people wearing the green shirts, right?
Yeah.
With the park leaf on it. They're going to be looking around for who's doing stupid stuff more than anybody. So, you know, if you want to do something you think may cause trouble for the show, just go down the block. That's all, you know. But it's 2 o'clock to 6 p.m. That's the permit time. 4 hours of live music. That is it. You know, that's all we're going to have. And then we are doing an after show at Otto's Shrunken Head. Later that night, we will have multiple DJs, a couple girl DJs, a couple guy DJs at Otto's on 14th Street between A and B. And we have the Capturers playing a full set because they're opening the park show. They only play like 25 minutes. So we're going to let the Capturers play Otto's. I think around 10:30, they're going to play an hour set. And we're actually going to have Madam Beatrice, which is Paul Cripple from Reagan Youth's band. They're going to open up, and it's going to be a cool after party. So it's going to be a great day, Saturday and Saturday night.
And things are going to move in the park because this is you jammed another band in there this time, which means shit's got to move, baby.
Yeah. So how that happened was the original lineup was the original lineup, and then John called me and said Tom Capone has a job and he needs to work or else he won't get his benefits. So, you know, I was like, okay, well, insurance is important today. I was
in this day and age.
Yeah. So John was like, oh, we can't play. I was like, oh, John, you kind of have to play. You were one of the reasons why it happened, honestly. So he's like, let me work on it. I said, I'll look for another band. Of course, Gavin is a good friend of mine. Chaka is a good friend of mine. Mm-hmm. You know, I just was like, listen, there's no hatred involved in any type of, it's, you know, a band, 20-year band is like an old relationship, right, Drew?
Yeah.
So I just kind of got them to kind of just figure it out, and they'll do it. As soon as I got them to lock in Burn, John was like, we're going to do it. I was like, oh, man. I'm like, I have too many bands. So, you know, we had
you know what? You better talk to Noodles when we're done with the show.
Noodles, when I called him up, he already was like shaking on the phone. He's like, great, you know, so, but it's going to be amazing. We're going to, you know, make the sets happen as best we can. And Frankie Too Far's DJing, which is cool. You know?
My favorite DJ next to Sid the Kid. No, I know you have. All right. Hey, let's, let me take a break, a sponsor break, and deal with a couple things, and let's come back and let's talk about the bowl, okay?
Okay.
There you have it. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. Our guest today's Cousin Joe from Black and Blue Productions, talking about the upcoming Tompkins Square Park Show, which is going to be a blast, and we're going to do a little bit of reveal on Black and Blue Bowl 2022. We are sponsored, by the way. New York Hardcore Comics, The Organic Grill, Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards, DTFM Vinyl Distro, Chacho's Tacos, Generation Records, 126 Hardcore Clothing, and the Texas Silver Rush. It's a jewelry design firm and boutique store located in the birthplace of the Texas country music scene in Fredericksburg, Texas. They specialize in working with musicians in all music genres to design and create unique one-off pieces, as well as to style them for stage, album covers, promo photos, and social media exposure. Their client list includes Rock Roll Hall of Famers Greg Rowley, Ringo Starr, and of course, Agnostic Front. Information and online sales are being taken at Facebook and Instagram page, and of course, www.thetexassilverrush.com. Come on now, New York Hardcore Comics shouting out Debo to Pro and Lee. They opened in 2013 selling comic books, punk rock, and hardcore memorabilia, toys, statues, skateboard decks, vinyl, and all things horror. We love helping bands push their demos and new tracks, so please stop by and drop off your new music. We have in-store events like Magic the Gathering and Warhammer tournaments, plus meet and greets with bands and some live performances. Open 7 days a week and shipping worldwide. Find us online through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and eBay, located at 117 Main Street in lovely Dobbs Ferry, New York. www.newyorkhardcorecomics.com. Hey, I want to mention to you, people out there, putting a call out there. My new film is screening in Brooklyn, New York on May 23rd. Here you go at the Nighthawk Cinema. One and done. Howie Abrams is moderating the Q&A. with myself, my brother Evan B. Stone, and musician Gilly Yallo, who appears in the film. This is in the big room at the Nighthawk Cinema in Prospect Park. There are some tickets left. I think 2/3 of the tickets sold in one day. This is going to sell out. This is the first I am putting it out there publicly. Love for you to be there. This is a great film. I think you really, if you are a lover of music, you will enjoy this film. Monday, May 23rd. Here is the link. There's the link. Get on the Nighthawk Cinema. There's probably 30, 40. All right, Lenny. Thank you, Lenny. I know a bunch of people out there got tickets. Please come out and support this. You know, making films takes years to do, and this one took me a couple of years. I hope that you can make it out there. So, you know, that said, while we're on the film thing, let me just remind you that I have 4 films right now that are on Amazon Prime and other platforms. If you're looking for something to watch, check it out. XXX All Ages, XXX the Boston Hardcore film, the New York Hardcore Chronicles film, Who the Fuck Is That Guy? The Fabulous Journey of Michael Lago, the New York Hardcore Chronicles film 1.5, all on Amazon Prime, on a bunch of other platforms too. If you're looking for something to watch, check it out. Proud of all those films. Proud of everything I do. Almost. Not proud of everything I've done. So that said, I think we're good. Oh, you know what I want to mention too? Here's one for you. Just real quick, we'll bring our guests back on. Yo, what's up with all my people in Berlin, Germany, man? Because come on, get your shoes and socks on. I am going to be in Berlin, Germany on June 3rd doing a signing of my book, The New York Hardcore Chronicles, Volume 1, 1980 to 1989, at the Cortex Record Store. So all you kraut motherfuckers better come to this show, all right? There you go, Berlin, Germany, June 3rd. My new film is screening in Germany. I got to get that information set up. Not in Berlin. It's like an hour or 2 out of Berlin. But I will be at Cortex signing books and saying hello to all our beloved German friends. So there you go. Yeah. All right. Let's clear the deck. Let's bring our guests back on. Hey, man. So let's do this, because I see you there smiling, buddy. Yeah. All right. So let's get it. Let's bring another guest on, and let's talk about the bowl. Let's talk about the bowl a little bit, and let's start it like basically with the reveal here, and which would be, of course, playing the bowl this year. Would be Mike Gallo and Agnostic Front, right? Hey, Mikey, what's up?
What's
up, Gallo?
What's up, fellas?
Looking good, man.
Yeah, I'm trying, you know?
Look really tan, Gallo.
I know. Where the hell you been, bro?
I become a landscaper. I'm a landscaper.
Oh, I don't like it. So good.
Wow.
Nah, I'm just doing my own. I'm outside all the time doing the lawn. I think it was just all week because I did the lawn, and I got a big yard, so took me fucking days. I'm out there the whole week doing it, you know? One man army over here.
Oh shit, that's funny. So Mikey, tell us, excited to play the bowl? You excited to get back out there and get cracking again with your droogs?
I can't fucking wait, man. Yeah, I you know, it's been a long fucking 2 years, you know. I mean, for everybody, obviously. You know, I can't wait. I can't wait to hit the stage. I can't wait to play. I just can't wait to see everyone, hang out, and just you know, I miss it.
When was the last
2 years?
Yeah, right. AF hasn't played in 2 years, right?
No, not once, not at all. We all haven't been in a room together in 2 years. Beyond even playing a show, you know, because Roger's out in Arizona. But Craig comes down from Boston, and funny thing is, we have practices planned out. He said we'll go up to Boston one weekend to go practice up there with Craig because he comes down pretty much all the time to practice with us. So once you guys announced the park show, that was the weekend we were supposed to go to Boston. I was like, all right, we got to change things up here. So I got Craig coming down that week so we can come to the show and hang out. We're going to practice that night. And so we switched it all up. No big deal. It was all good. But and then we were supposed to go up this weekend, and Craig got COVID. Craig's got COVID, so we can't even go up there. So that's that. But
is it safe to ask? Doesn't AF have a new drummer? Oh, maybe it's not safe to ask.
I mean, yeah,
all right.
We have a play with a new drummer. Yeah, Pokey, part of ways. With us, everything's all good. It's cool.
Yeah,
we have nothing but love for Pokey, but thanks for letting the cat out the bag.
Oh fuck! I'm sorry. I thought it was out there, man.
It's just in there.
Oh no! Is Roger gonna be pissed, man?
I don't think it really matters. You know what I mean?
All right.
It is what it is. It's there's no hard feelings. Pokey's great. We love him. He moved on. We got a new guy coming in, and we'll keep that a surprise. And when you guys see him on stage, you'll see him.
I'm sorry, Roger. Don't be mad at me.
I don't think Roger cares. It is
all right. Then who? Who cares? Who's the most uptight in that band?
Do I have to say that? You're asking the obvious over here.
Hey, give us. So you guys are going out, and you're finally doing the Sick of It All thing, right?
Yeah, Sick of It All, Crown of Thorns. I don't know who's going to be on the West Coast dates. It's supposed to be announced. I don't know who that is. I always find out last. I'm just a bass player, so I don't know shit. Ooh, I survived.
hey, Ramon said Roger announced it. Yo, Ramon said Roger announced it already.
Oh, he did.
Hey, Sid, did Roger announce it?
I don't know. What do I know?
Sid, did Roger announce it?
Roger said on my radio show that they have a new drummer. Obviously,
cool.
The whole thing with Pokey, it was amicable. It's all good. There's no drama.
What are you, fucking agnostic front spokesman now?
Well, Roger is. Hey, don't shoot the messenger, Drew. Don't shoot the messenger.
Did Roger say who was drumming?
He did.
Oh, he did?
He probably doesn't even know his name.
No. To be fair, I can't remember the guy's name. No disrespect.
Was his name Dave Lombardo? All right.
Oh, I wish.
Thanks, Sid.
Crazy.
Thank you, Sid.
We ain't got the money to pay that guy.
All right. Well, good. So you're playing the bowl, and you know what? Somebody asked about the art. How's the art? What's happening with the art?
I mean, thank God.
Gallo's been killing it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yo, Gallo, make me one of those drawings.
Amazing.
He says.
You know what it is? I couldn't cut hair in Jersey. I started playing around. I was, and I just started putting it online. And the next thing you know, people are loving it. I started making money on it. I put everything into it. And thank God for it, because it's become a business for me now. I pay taxes on it and everything.
Fuck with that PayPal shit, bro. They'll hit you over there.
Over the head hard,
God.
I did okay.
Tell me about it.
I did my taxes, and I was like, ooh.
Are you doing any spray paint stuff lately?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I don't go out bombing,
Yeah.
When I'm on the road, I do, you know what I mean? But when I'm home, I don't go, I don't do that.
We got enough friends that still do that.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know nothing about that, right?
Maniacs. They're the vandals. I'm the artist, But I mean, when I'm on the road, it's fun because a lot of people bring me paint, and in Europe, it's kind of different over there. They don't really, there's tons of things to paint. People don't give a fuck, But I put my efforts into making money. That's all I fucking do. To be honest with you, that's it.
Hey, you want to hang with us a little bit as we walk?
I'll hang with you guys for a little bit. Yeah, okay. I'm down.
Okay, so Joey, let's do a little reveal. We'll put up a couple photos. We'll talk about a couple bands that are a part of the bowl. Let's start with this one. Brett was just on the show. Tell us a little bit about this band that's coming, that's playing the ball, and that would be Ignite.
Yeah. So listen. So the lineup from 2 years ago, basically, we were just waiting for things to kind of hopefully get back to normal one day, so we could do the show that was supposed to happen in the beginning before the pandemic. So unfortunately, after 2 years of not knowing what's going on, and Freddie having his life going on, and me with my business, things changed. People that were going to play the show had to, couldn't play, could play. It just worked out that Chip was just unsure if the bowl was definitely going to happen that same weekend. There was some things going on with the scheduling of Agnostic Front, Sigma. We didn't really know. So he was like, hey, I have Ignite. They want to play the club that weekend. Can I put them on? If the show happens, we'll just absorb them into the bowl. So that's pretty much what happened with that. We decided, obviously, to bring them on the show. It made sense. So they got on. That's how that happened.
Yeah, and they're smoking now. They got a new singer.
I mean, Ignite is great.
It,
I mean, listen, a couple different singers. I was, obviously I grew up listening to Zoli sing for the band.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But he sounds great. The new songs are great. The band members are awesome. I can't wait to see them. They're one of the highlights for. They're playing the Saturday with AF and Sick With All. So,
right. Cool.
I mean, unfortunately, the one main band, one of the big bands for Sunday couldn't play due to some internal things going on. My brother Siv is the singer. It's some of the unfortunate negative effects of the past 2 years of people not respecting each other's opinions, but they're not able to play.
You just did another reveal by mentioning these guys, right?
Yes. Well, that's been kind of revealed because their tour's been online. You could see that they're playing the Black and Blue Bowl.
Sure.
Yeah. But and believe it, I mean, look at that lineup. Those guys, that 1-2 punch of Stick With All and the Agnostic Front, that could sell out a Saturday on its own.
Yep.
And the show, I think it's at the Brooklyn Monarch. I'll tell you that. It's the same
right. Tell us about the Monarch and also tell us about the Monarch, where it is, and also what's the ticket situation? Are the last year's tickets being honored? There's sort of straighten people out on that.
Yes. So, basically, Monarch is in Bushwick on Monarch Street. Chip, the owner of Kingsland, Arrogant Swine, which changed the name again. Chip is an amazing club owner. He, takes care of the bands. He pays them better than some other places. The venue is amazing. It's got one big room, and it's got an outdoor area. It's got a huge room in the back. It's a very large venue. It can be downsized, which is cool if you want to do a small show. It holds, I think, legally like 1,300. So we expect to have, probably more than that in there. Usually every club usually goes slightly over. So you're looking probably 1,500.
What did Webster Hall back in the heyday? When you used to do the big bowl shows there? What did Webster Hall, just as a reference? What did Webster Hall? What was the capacity there?
Legally, there, I believe, is close to 1,500. I forgot. You can look online, but we've gotten 2,000. We've gotten 2,000 people in Webster Hall before.
Okay.
Yeah, that place. But once they got bought, their rental fee. My buddy's the manager there. He wants to bring the show back, but I just don't know if you could do it because the expenses there are bananas, And
correct me if I'm wrong, but in my perception, don't they require a very hefty insurance certificate to get in there as well, which is very costly?
It's actually not as much as you would think.
Okay.
I mean, I only dealt with the Ballinger family. I didn't deal with these new really big people. Much respect to them, the old owners of the venue. Even though we paid big money for that club, they were pretty fair with us. We've had some things happen there where they could have, taken advantage of our situation, and they did, but within the lines of being a business owner.
Sure.
I'm not naive to that. I mean, that's, the reality of being a venue in New York City is not hard. I don't know how these places, even like Chip, I don't know how Chip even stayed open at all. Yeah. I mean, to be closed for that long, and then, Chip got raided by the sheriff's department because he had a party and half the people were wearing masks, half the weren't. They fined him like $60,000. They shut him down. And then actually Justin Brandon from Indecision helped him out.
Oh, and also what's his name? Justin. And also I connected him with with what's the other kid, the other
Steve?
guy that was, what's his name?
Guy Steve?
No, the other congressman that was on the show from down by Stuytown. I had him on the show. Nice guy. The guy that gave me the heads up about the bark thing that I called. I'll remember his name.
So back to like the tickets. So basically, due
Keith
to the
Powers.
lineup,
Powers.
Yes, there you go.
Keith Powers.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, due to the lineup changing, what's going to happen is tomorrow at 3 p.m., tickets will be open again. We will give the option to people to be reimbursed because the lineup is changing a little bit for Sunday more than Saturday. So you will have the opportunity to get your money back, and you'll be able to repurchase tickets if you want. Decide later if they're available. I think they're going to go quick anyway, or you can keep your tickets. So the show was sold out 2 years ago. Basically, there's some walk-up tickets still at New York Hardcore Tattoos. There's walk-up tickets, hard tickets at Generation Records. There's probably still some at Lotus Tattoo in Long Island. But tickets are definitely going to be limited because we don't expect a lot of people to get refunds. So tomorrow at 3:00. Through Chips, I guess the Dice website that's on the flyer.
Yeah.
They'll give you the option to be reimbursed if you want to.
And Vinny says, and I think that echoes popular sentiment, is that's more than fair. I mean, I think you're putting an option out there for people that's more than fair.
Yeah,
you want to get a refund, get a refund. You want to come to, it's like right on.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how many emails and messages I got. You scumbag taking the money. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I don't even. I'm just like, these people are fucking stupid. I'm like, we have nothing to do with the tickets. It's the club, number one. You should be able to figure that out. Right. And number two, like, the show didn't happen yet. Like, it's postponed. We're waiting.
Hey, before we bring our next guest on, let's deal with this rumor a little bit. Is Terror playing?
Yeah. So Terror, due to us kind of being a little behind the ball, or just life after the pandemic kind of things broke open, people are booking shows. So I guess the Terror booked their tour, which is it's a great show, Sunday night at another place. It's the St. Vitus guys. So they're playing at night. So what we're going to do to accommodate everybody, it's going to only hurt us if we play at the same time, both people, right. both shows. The Sunday show will be an earlier show, kind of like more of a matinee. Right. So if, say, Madball's headlining, Burn or whatever, whoever's headlining Sunday will probably go on by 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Cool.
So if you wanted to go to the next show, you can go and go see Terror and a couple other bands.
Right.
That's cool.
Speaking of that particular band, let's do a little bit of reveal. That's this band, and let's bring our friend on, Mr. Chaka Mully.
What's up,
bro?
What up? What's up, people?
Good to see you, Chaka.
Yeah. What's good? Good to see you guys as well. Fuck, man.
Are you excited to get out there and once again with Gavin? You're doing it again. Come on.
Gavin.
Never say never again, bro.
I got him 2 times, the park and the ball.
Yeah, Joe's the man. And shouts to Gavin. I mean, Gavin's doing a lot. Gavin's got his gym going. Yeah. Gavin's doing his own music. Gavin's doing a lot of stuff, but the Burn thing has always been super important to both of us. And, to be able to play in New York just after the pandemic as part of the BB Bowl and the Park Show, really, really kind of instrumental in how we kind of see hardcore, see underground music, and to be participants in that is everything. So shouts to Cuz B&B, shouts to B&B, shouts to everybody that supports hardcore, that goes out on a limb to really support hardcore. Not the soapbox here, but I'm a fucking soapbox for a fucking second. I have to. When I got into I started going to shows by myself as a 16-year-old, black kid from the projects. None of my friends were into hardcore. None of my family was in ARC. I was going to shows by myself. What up, Lou? Story of Lou. Going to shows by myself, dancing hard, getting into fights with everybody that would end up becoming my friends. And hearing Roger from AF talking about unity, hearing the bands from the West Coast talk about unity. And that shit to me is more of a clarion call that we need now more than ever, in our scene. There's a lot of kind of overarching discussion points that are happening in the world that I think sadly are fragmenting hardcore. And that hurts my soul as hardcore, as I shared in the post yesterday, being something that really helped me as a kid, right? Helped me to find my identity, helped me to kind of cut my teeth and exploring kind of how I fit into the world, right? So unity, right, is really what I'm here to amplify. That's what I feel called to amplify in my life, period. You know what I mean? And from that kind of lens and from that standpoint, I just want to extend an olive branch. I want to extend a peace offering to everybody, people I agree with, don't agree with. Hardcore has never been about a singular opinion. When I started going to shows, it was white power kids, the heroin addicts, skins, straight edge, everybody. You know what I mean? So this thing of a homogenous crowd doesn't make sense for me. It doesn't make sense for hardcore. You know what I mean? Anything in the universe that's organic needs diversity. It has to rain, then it has to be dry. Otherwise, you're not going to get the plants to grow, right? You need to take a year off. You need to take some time off when you're tilling your crops. The soil needs time to regrow itself. You can't milk the cow, all day, every day, right? You need diversity of thought. You need diversity of process. And getting into hardcore initially, that really hit me upside the head. Absolution, sick of it all. Altercation. Kraut. Madball, Murphy's, all these bands, there was nothing similar about them, right? The politics were different, the skin tones were different, it was all different, right? And that's what drew me to this scene, and that's why I'm glad to participate in both these shows.
God damn,
agree more,
bro. Thank you
very
bro.
much.
Yeah, that was very eloquently.
Wow, did you write that down? Holy shit!
No, it looks like he was just freestyling it. But Chalky, you touched on something that's going on today that really hurts my heart too, which is a lot of the younger generation now, really, in lack of a better term, sort of bad mouthing the first wave or first generation. It seems like it's almost like the hip thing to do for the young hardcore kids. So there's been this divide put between, the new kids and
they keep calling me. I keep getting phone calls while I'm on the fucking
and and later, I've seen kids, I've seen comments, unnecessary comments about bands that, sick of it all, agnostic front, stuff like that. Like, really? Like, man, sorry to see that, but that's the world we live in now. And hopefully, right? Gallo, you've seen this stuff, right?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It angers me to see the division in the world, in the of just not even just the scene, it's
Absolutely.
really like I didn't grow up like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I got nothing but love, respect for everybody. You know what I mean? It's just like
Absolutely.
the division is fucking sick. It's insane.
Yeah.
I think that division is something that's being filtered down to people at the cultural level, whether it's hard, whatever, fuck music. Just period end, it's being just dripped down as a divide and conquer mechanism, right?
Absolutely.
Music is supposed to be, and I don't like the word safe space, I think it's a bit fake, but music is supposed to be a safe space in a sense where we can come together and enjoy the vibe and be together and that kind of thing. So to see it seep in and really poison kind of our scene or whatever we want to call it, I think that we can rectify that, right? And I think that the best way to rectify that is by our actions, right? By speaking out, and not to continue to big you up, Joe, but I will, but to keep doing the shows, to keep expressing your viewpoint, right? To keep standing up for who you are, but also giving other folks the space to be who they are, right? That's what makes this whole shit fucking interesting to me anyway,
Yeah, absolutely. Well put, and you just have to, I like to just, I like to maintain faith in the system that, you just keep doing good things and keep putting it out there. And the bullshit it'll come out in the wash, as we say.
Absolutely.
That's kind of like how I run my circus over here,
So right before I came, when we were talking about the bowl, did you run down the whole lineup or how?
No. We're doing a little at a time. So here's another one. Let's talk about If you and Gallo,
Just
want to
so
hang
you
with
know,
us.
Drew, that lineup that I gave you, that flyer that I gave you, there's still some additions on there. So that's not the final lineup.
I'm not going to post the flyer till the end. Let's go through. Let's till the very end.
Most of the heavy hitters are on there, but there are some additions.
Let's talk about these guys, Joey. What's going on here?
I have no idea. Is that big nose guy, Lou Zabella?
I
love Lou. Listen. My first tour with a band was with Sub-Zero. So I mean, I love Lou. We're tight. Obviously, we're all tight. Everyone on this fucking show right now, right? So, it just made sense. They just played that show at Bowery. It went great, and
it was great. They were great.
Matty Pasta and the guys been wanting to play the bowl again, and they were supposed to play back before the pandemic. So I figured, why not? And the lineup for Sunday is similar to the Park show, and it's nothing to do with the Park show. It's just that a lot of people aren't going to have a chance to come to see these bands in 2 weeks. So we figured, why not mix them in for Sunday? And Sub-Zero's playing Saturday. Sorry, but it's going to be. We wanted to make it diverse New York hardcore, like just all the angles of it. However you want to call it. It's just going to be, to have Lou on stage at the bowl. I'm trying to think the last time they played the Super Bowl, Black and Blue Bowl, but it's been a minute. So.
I tell you, they played one of the Bowery Electric shows, and just recently they were great. I mean, they got a good band going on with Matty Pasta and Riggs.
Yep, Riggs on drums.
Oh, I thought Riggs is in the band now. Yeah,
Richie.
He's like a fucking. He's like Riggs is like a gorilla playing drums. He's like,
he is albino gorilla.
Yeah, right.
White ape.
Here's
the white ape with the purple.
The what?
I'm trying to think of the Hanna-Barbera. I can't think right now.
Magilla Gorilla.
Yeah, so Sub-Zero is a good addition, man. I'm pumped to have them on. Yeah, we're all off.
Good. Here's a band that Joey you called to my attention. Interesting band called School Drugs. Where did they come from?
Yes. So every now and then, listen, we don't have our ear to the ground every second of our life like we used to when we were younger. But this is a band that I picked up on. They've been playing for a minute, but they just played a show recently, and I watched their set, and they just kind of got me. And I really think they need more attention. The name may throw some people off, but I think it's a catchy name in a way. I really, they're going to be an earlier band. Considering the lineup that we have, I really think people need to pay attention to them. They're from New Jersey. And it was just a kind of a last minute addition, and they actually had a tour booked, like a small tour with somebody who they were like really, really psyched because they actually got offered to be taken out on tour, and the kid was stuck. He was like, I said, can you play a show May 15th? And he was like, oh, we're already playing with a band. And then he got me back. He's like, is this the Black and Blue Bowl? So I was like, I didn't want to answer him, but I was like, I mean, obviously, he's like, dumb question. Actually, he said, dumb question. Is this the Black and Blue Bowl? And I was like, yes. So I said, listen, work it out. I understand. You don't want to, no disrespect. You have to, talk to the people, whoever's involved. And he came back and he's like, we're in. So I think anyone who hasn't heard of these guys, I suggest you check them out. They have a Bandcamp page. And the songs to me are like old school punk hardcore, like with a little interesting twist.
Thank God we're mixing it up a little bit. And
check them out.
And here's another one, right?
Yeah, I can't see you.
This is a Threat to Society.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's right. They're another great band. Mostly, I think, New Jersey related. New Jersey's always got to get some love. They're a band that's been around. They're not all young guys, but they write lyrics that are relevant to what's going on in the world. Very thorough, genuine words to their songs. And the music, to me, has got that old school, new school kick. So, they're going to be playing as well.
Good. Yeah. Let me see. I got, of course, I didn't have to put this up, but, since we got Gallo, of course, this guy's going to be a part of the festivities, right? So,
Anthony.
Hey, Gallo, do you miss being on the road with this guy?
Yeah. I was just with him the other day. He gets kookier by the fucking day.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Joe. I'm with you.
He's a good time Charlie. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, the guy, you know, he lights up the room. You know what I mean? Comes in the room.
That's great. I haven't heard that in a minute, Gallo. Good time, Charlie. That's good. That's good. Wait,
He's great. You know, I forget. He's dying to go out. I mean, you know him. He's because he don't do anything. You know, I mean, he's just there. He goes. That's him.
Yeah, and you know what? You're gonna be able to use those friggin' scrims again, right?
Great picture.
Oh yeah, I don't even know where those are. I think they're in Europe. I don't even know.
That's a great picture.
I just found a whole bin of merch. I didn't even know we had. I was like, Roger, we got a fucking ton of merch here. He's like, what? I mean, we haven't been on the road in years. Literally, you know, like, I don't know the fuck we got. I have finding bins of shit in the attic, in the basement.
Isn't correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't that fall into your jurisdiction with Agnostic Front? You handle the backdrop shit?
I don't know what I do anymore.
All right. I remember everybody you were saddled with the backdrop bullshit, you know?
Yeah, it's sometimes that's a crazy band.
Yeah.
There's no rhyme or reason in that band. It's fucking wild style.
Got it.
You know.
Let me see what else we got. I don't want to put up the final flyer yet. Let me take my final sponsor break, shout out some sponsors, and we'll come up and we'll put up not the final flyer, but the flyer. It's the flyer in progress that and there's a lot of other bands on there, and we'll have a lot to talk about. So let me do a final break. Chaka and Gallo, you're more than welcome to hang out with us. Please do. And then if you want, and we'll take some questions from around the world and we'll chop it up a little bit more, okay?
All right.
See you in a bit. Yes, sirree. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, and we are sponsored by New York Hardcore Comics, The Organic Grill, the Texas Silver Rush, Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards, DTFM Vinyl Distro, Generation Records, 126 Hardcore Clothing, and DTFM Vinyl Distro. It's a record store that specializes in underground music, punk, ska, hardcore metal, and more. Located in the heart of Fargo, North Dakota's Industrial District. Shop in person or online at www.dtfmvinyldistro.com, where the motto is death to false metal. Speaking of records and record stores, come on now, since 1992, Generation Records has been a mainstay of the New York metropolitan area music scene. Today, they offer a diverse selection of new and used rock, jazz, indie, hip-hop, punk, hardcore, metal, blues, soundtrack, and reggae LPs, as well as t-shirts, posters, and other merchandise. They buy used record collections and music memorabilia and will pay you top dollar for them. House calls made for large collections in the tri-state area. Call or email generationrecords@gmail.com. Follow them on Facebook or on Instagram. We talked about this on the last show. Somebody that was watching the show called Generation Records and unloaded a whole bunch of classic old NYHC hardcore stuff. So if you got that crap in your closet, if that nagging wife is bitching at you, if you need to clear it out for those booger-eating kids so they got some place to play, call Generation Records and move that shit along. Come on now, last but not least, 126 Hardcore Clothing. It's a streetwear brand for restless individuals who don't compromise. They are about being positive, spontaneous, and true to yourself. For years, they experimented with several printing methods and materials and collaborated with a large number of designers and illustrators, always giving room for fresh perspectives while retaining the hardcore attitude. Get in touch with them at www.126clothing.com. How about the next, where's my next 4 shows? Here we go. The next 4 shows. Here we go. Yo. Coming up on, it is Carl Kennedy from the Rods, in-house producer for Megaforce Records. Wednesday, April 27th. He will be on the show. Should be interesting. Guy's got a great... Someone just said, Howie Abrams posted a picture today of Metallica opening up for the Rods in Staten Island. Is that right? Anybody see that photo today? Picture James Hetfield when they I think was it the first time Metallica played, opening for the Rods here in New York City. Sunday, May 1st, all you graffiti lovers, graffiti legend Mr. Caves will be on the show. Of course, Lords of Brooklyn as well. Sunday, May 15th, which happens to be the second day of the bowl. We have the Life of Agony Sound of Scars show. I was hoping to get this out of the way so I could get my ass to the bowl. Now cousin Joe said that the show's been moved up a little bit, but we're still going to do this Life of Agony show before we head out. And then Wednesday, May 25th, Pete and Mei Ling Kohler will be on the show, and looking forward to that husband and wife team. Also, a couple of shows that, I got to mention that the next Bowery Electric show is Ludachrist, and that is coming up on May 22nd. So this one's free. Sunday matinees are back on the Bowery. Sunday, May 22nd, Ludachrist, Butterbrain, Fuck It, I Quit, which, of course, that's Tim, formerly of Ensign, Extinguish the Code, and Deja. And this is free, and this is at the Bowery. And then the June show, which I personally am very excited about because it is the first time that we, Incendiary Device, it is our maiden voyage. Sunday, June 26th, Sewage, Blackout Shoppers, Incendiary Device. It's going to jump off tonight. Inhuman, first show in 4 years, and Sworn Enemy. That's happening down at Bowery Electric. If it's free, it's for me. So get your ass down there. Support these shows. This shit is important. Speaking of classic venues, we still have the Castle Heights, a.k.a. Castle Fights show coming up with Kevin Scandato, 20-year reunion. That's on Sunday, May 29th. Going to bring in a bunch of guests for that. For those of you that remember Castle Heights, maybe you remember having a scrap out on the sidewalk or somebody getting their ass beat, because that used to happen a lot at Castle Heights. Last but not least, as far as the shows go, this ties in with my film, which I mentioned. We have a screening at the Nighthawk Cinema in Brooklyn. Wednesday, June 1st, Laser Lloyd is going to be. We're doing a side trip show where we kind of go outside our box of New York hardcore, and we talk to different musicians and artists. This one on May 1st, of course, Laser Lloyd will be playing. Lenny says, yes, I remember when my guitar player got stabbed at the club. Yeah, great. Lots to talk about. Castle Heights. That said, let me clear the deck. Let's bring our guests back on. Cousin Joe and Chaka, and we'll bring Gallo back on when he shows up. Hey, you know what? Just to digress a little bit. When was the last time, or have you ever played Tompkins Square Park, Chaka?
Yeah, I was. Burn played Tompkins Square Park. It must have been like '89, and there's a funny story because
in the band shell, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I had braces at the time, and they were brand new and sharp. And so the pics of me from that show, like my mouth is literally dripping with blood.
Oof.
That was at the time when like Burn was relatively kind of fresh, and we had AJ. Some folks remember AJ, black, bald, was kind of a martial artist. There was mist / rain. Someone had set a couple of those park green garbage cans on fire. So it basically looked like a Mad Max movie, right? My mouth dripping with blood while I'm singing up there. AJ doing stage dives. It was insane. I don't know how many people know this, but Tompkins Square Park is from Charlie Parker in the jazz world to Missing Foundation to the Squatter riots.
Sure.
It is such like a center for New York City music, underground and other, right? So it's an honor to be able to play there and be able to see shows there, right?
Yeah. And going back to the 60s, of course, the Krishna stuff and all the protest stuff and Tompkins Square. That's why we call it our beloved Tompkins Square Park, because unlike Central Park, that's so unwieldy, or Prospect Park, like Tompkins Square Park is really means a lot. Yeah,
right.
Means a lot to New York hardcore.
There's so much that's happened there. It's almost like a lodestone or something where you go and you touch it, you kind of feel the energy. Like last summer when I was walking, I would go for these like 10-mile walks, and I'd walk from Brooklyn to Manhattan, and I just go sit in the grass at Tompkins, and you could just feel the energy. You know what I mean? It's still there, right? And that's one of the reasons why I'm incredibly psyched for this show. I mean, the last show that Joe put on, last year. Everybody, I mean, think about this, the smile. I left that place, huge smile on my face. It was probably one of the most energized environments I've been in a very, very long time.
It was intense.
Joe, can you speak to that a bit?
Yeah, you did. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned a little bit. It was a very one of the most emotional, jubilant, exciting / unknowing what was going to happen days of my life. But I will never forget it. It's probably for me, one of my most important shows, probably for hardcore and what it meant to me. Honestly, like I said, I mean, there were so many people there that weren't even like from our world. And that's what made it so much more special. I mean, there were people, I was talking to kids that looked like ravers. And it was like, and they were like, I mean, if you look, go watch that video, all the videos from all the bands, all their sets. That crowd is what I want hardcore to always be like. I mean, there was just nobody, it was so many different types of humans. It was beautiful. I honestly, I shed some tears over that show. I'll just leave it like that. It was definitely an amazing day, emotionally charging and draining. I really think it'll go down as one of, to me, it's one of the biggest.
It has already.
It was incredible.
It has gone down. And,
across the world. I mean, considering what was going on around the planet.
Yes.
I could have just said, "Nah, I don't want to do it, John. Let's do a show in a truck on a street corner."
I remember you talking about that.
But something took over. God rest my brother, older brothers in the family that have passed on. Maybe they came through me and they were like, and I just was like, wait a minute, fuck the truck. Let's see if the park has permits. What's going on? Something made me call, and I was like, Chris, and it was just, it really, listen, some of the pictures of you see Chaka with it's just with Walter and all the guys from our world, and people traveled from a lot of different places for that show, which I didn't really know would happen. There were kids from all over the country there, and people from other countries, I believe, were there.
Absolutely.
So,
coming from Vinny, cousin Joe, this isn't a question, but I want you to know just how much I and everyone else appreciates all you do and have done. Historical show.
Facts.
Thank you. And listen,
hey Gallo, you with us?
I'm over here now.
Mike Gallo.
Al, you show us, paint one for us while we're on the show.
I remember standing on stage at the show and making some announcements, and because I've been involved in the first couple of shows with you, and those were big crowds. But I remember at the last show standing there and looking out and just being like, holy shit. I
remember you looking at me, and we both went,
holy shit.
We were like, that picture of Joe from Wisdom and Chains on stage, I mean, that shit looks like something out of a book from like the 60s in Woodstock.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's amazing.
It was.
Well, I remember.
It's one of the most amazing pictures in the. Listen, that was something I'll never forget.
Usually,
and, again, it taught me a lot. Some little parts of it got the best of me, but I'm human. Getting caught up in the chatter, but it definitely made me stronger, and it made me realize, who I am. So,
usually. The plaza, when we do these shows, the plaza's filled with people.
Yeah.
At that show, I'll never forget, it was packed going all the way back to the bathroom. I mean, the bathroom at the back of the park was standing packed all the way back. And people were like, oh, yeah. That was.
Well, you know what made that show kind of somehow, some way, Drew, we forgot that the permit doesn't start till 2:00. So we first announced the show starting at noon, remember?
And then I called you, and I was
like, uh-oh.
I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
So then we had to announce that, posted that thing up in bright yellow, green letters, whatever, Busky, I think, whoever did it, said it starts at 2 p.m. So there were probably 2,000 people in the park at 12:00.
Yeah.
By the time 2 p.m. rolled, you know, it was busier, and then people started coming. And I mean, listen, people just heard music. Think about where we were as a city. No one, you know, life was at a standstill. I mean, like I said, no matter what you fucking think is happening in this world the last 2 years, it's been emotionally taxing for all of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It has been. So, you know, and I want to say that, you know, I have no hate in my heart for anybody who came at me. I understand, like, it got the best of a lot of us, but, you know, it was, you know, that whole day. I mean, to me, like I said, I don't want to keep talking about, because it just, I'll never forget it. And I think anyone who was there, who was part of it, you know, we'll never forget it either, you know. So,
let me just put out there to people that might be watching, coming down to the park, that the city permits us for a certain amount of hours. There's no wiggle room there. It's a 4-hour music permit. So everything gets set up, and you're right up to the starting line. Everything's ready to go. And when the clock strikes 2, it's on. And when the clock strikes 6, it's over. So anybody thinking about coming down there, the music is from 2 to 6. No ands, ifs, or buts. Just a heads up on that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Vinny Doak says, "Hey, Drew Stone, please tell Mike Gallo I love him and look forward to seeing him." Hey, Mike, Vinny Doak says he loves you and he looks forward
What
to
up,
seeing you.
Vinny?
Because Mike can't read. Mike.
Just want to let you know, I guess they like when it channels through me. I guess, you know.
Vinny's great, man. I can't wait to see you too, bud. Can't wait to see everybody.
Let's do this, cause here comes the big. I'm gonna post the flyer. Let's not get crazy. Let's try to deal with it on a band to band basis. This flyer is by no means the final lineup, right? Because there you go. Boom. Black and Blue Bowl 2022. So as of right now, you know, it's One Choice, School Drugs, Kings Never Die, Threat to Society, The Fight, The Capturers, Combust, Sub-Zero, Crown of Thorns, No Redeeming Social Value, Ignite, Shutdown, Murphy's Law, Burn, Agnostic Front, Madball, and Sick of It All. So,
yep, Brooklyn Monarch. You know, that place. Like I said, I don't think they've had like as big as this show is going to be at that club yet. They've had a couple of shows, but nothing that like sold out. This will probably be Chip's biggest hardcore weekend that he's had, because he actually got the place right before COVID.
Yeah, right.
So he hasn't really had a chance to have any huge shows there. This is going to be, it's going to be fucking bananas. And I honestly think everybody should be there. You know, it's going to be wild. And the whole weekend's going to be great. You know, there'll probably be a party Friday night in the city. We'll probably do where people come hang out and just chill out. Little people from out of town.
Yes, of course.
You know, but you know, I hope that everybody starts getting out. I mean, you know,
let me throw a couple at you, Joey. No Redeeming Social Value, one of my favorites.
Yeah, well, you know, Glenn, all those guys. I just did work at Dean and Kent's mom's house in Queens Village Tuesday. You know, we've been friends with these guys for so long. I mean, they played the 2005 Super Bowl Hardcore we did at Studio B.
Wow.
I felt like they were needed to be part of the bill. You know, Glenn, specifically the drummer, has been at my house 100 times. He's, you know, knows my kids. My family, but you know, that band to me, and I'm going to say this with no slight to them, I think they're one of the most underrated, like, fun hardcore bands. Like, to me, like, if you go back and listen to all their tracks of what they put out, it's a pretty talented collaboration of musicians and lyrics, and it's funny. It's not. It's, you know, I mean, they're a very talented band. I mean, I like when they have 2 singers. I'm sure at this show they probably will. But yeah, that's I'm actually psyched to have them on. Hopefully they do some type of weird, crazy stage show.
No Dumpling Danger Mix 1. No, it's not 15-minute sets. This is a 2-day event. So it's May 14th and May 15th.
Yeah, the show is going to start early.
Spread out over. It's right. Go ahead, Joey. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday. It's, you know, anytime we've done these shows, they start at 1:00. Doors are at 1. Sometimes we did it at oh my God, Club Spirit in the city. We did like on the Midwest side. We did 11 a.m. Doors one year when VOD played with Underdog. So we'll probably have one. I think it's 1 p.m. Doors on or 1 p.m. start on the flyer. They start early. You know, the earlier bands, obviously, you know the deal, guys. How many shows you've been to? They play shorter sets as the show goes on. The later bands play longer sets. So no one's playing 15-minute sets. So that's a little quick. So.
Joey, let me throw another one at you. Combust.
Honestly,
and I know you've waved the Combust flag for Andrew a long time. So
I've waved a few of his band's flags for years. I think Andrew and his crew of friends from Staten Island and Brooklyn are very talented, a newer generation, but older. They acknowledge the older generation and their style. I think they're a fucking tremendous band. Combust, to me, should be way more popular than they are. If you don't know who Combust are, you need to check them out. And their new shit just came out. They have a video out. They're good kids, and they bring it. They bring it, you know? So. And,
of course, Crown of Thorns.
Yeah, some of those that whole picture thing you did before with Isaac getting called Lou Albano.
Right.
That was great. That was fun. Yeah.
I mean, Isaac called me.
Jerry Garcia.
He called me yesterday. I guess Scarhead's out there right now, and with Joe Fatal's out. Joe Fatal, who I did a video for Joe Fatal 300 years ago. This is funny, Chaka. Here's an irony here. Like,
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
In 90 something, I did a video for Joe Fatal when he was on Atlantic. You know, total hip hop thing. Joe Fatal, you know, this and that. He was friends with Daniel Hastings, who was involved with the Woo and all that, right? So, okay, Joe, you know, you do a video, you part ways. Years later, who does he turn up with?
Isaac and Scarhead.
It's like, Joe Fatal? How do you know this guy?
New question. It's funny. I've hung out with those guys with Joe and being around Isaac. Obviously, Isaac's my brother. I'm not too tight with Fatal, but doesn't he have some connections to some big hip hop dude he kind of got involved with? You know about that?
Joe Fatal?
Didn't he help kind of discover somebody or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, Joe was involved with early on.
What's his name? I forgot the guy's
name. Not Mobb Deep.
Nas?
Maybe? No, I'm drawing a blank, but I know.
Somebody text Isaac.
He was also produced by the guy that produced the Cypress Hill stuff. I think
he's
T-Ray produced. Yeah.
So, yeah, he's got some history behind him that a lot of
people. Busky. Busky, welcome to the party, bro. Busky says it's Nas.
I knew it. I told you.
Large Professor. Yeah.
Thank you, Busky. Busky, that's why he was so good at a radio show. He knew everything. Busky knew everything. Busky, I love you.
Busky, you could chime in anytime. You don't have to return my friggin' phone calls, Busky. But you could chime in on my fucking show
Busky is a book of information, man.
Yeah, I love that dude, man. He's great.
He's being a great brother.
Yeah. Let me see. What else can I throw at you? Joey, I know you have talk about waving hard flags. Let's talk about the capturers again.
Yeah. Somehow I became their manager. Listen, another elephant in the room. People know Felipe is one of the most talented guitarists, musicians in hardcore punk rock. That kid could write songs and lyrics, and he could write shit till him and Gallo would be a scary force in a band.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Gallo, he reminds me of Mikey Gallo, because Gallo could write music forever. Gallo writes so much music. Felipe basically had some songs. His girlfriend Jules, Italian girl from the Bronx, she's a sweetheart. She comes from a professional singing background, and they had these songs they were doing like a reggae style. And he sent me the track, and it was right before the Park show. I think we were about to announce it, and I fell in love with it. And I was like, you know what? With all the stress going on with the pandemic, and we're going to do the show, it'll probably calm me down if we have them open the show. So I was like, you got to get a band together. So I basically forced him as a friend, like, you need to fucking find band members, and you need to play at the Park show. You'll open the show. I said, that'll also disguise what's going to happen when you
the bedlam that is to await.
Yeah. So and honestly, Drew, the magic that happened in like 10 days, I'll never forget it. That's why to me it's even more special, because that beautiful group came out of this. You know, like how do you not watch that set when they opened up the show and be like, this band just got thrown together and like
it set a really nice tone.
It did.
Absolutely.
So, you know, so I've gotten them involved, like recording more songs. I've gotten them a bunch of, they played two shows in Long Island. I got them a show in the city.
Hey, let's get them down to one of our Bowery Electric shows later in the
definitely.
summer.
Definitely.
I'll talk to you about it, Mr. Manager Guy.
Yeah.
You know?
They're amazing. Great band. Wait till you hear the new songs.
Hey, we're gonna take some questions in a minute, but okay, here you go. Ken B says Nas' first time on vinyl was on Main Source with Joe Vader.
The barbecue track.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Classic track.
Okay. I knew somebody would give us all the information.
Yeah, there you go. One last one here, and then we'll take some questions, and I'm sure we'll get back to this. Is Shutdown. I was pleasantly surprised to see Shutdown on the bill, man. Where'd that come from?
You know, well, how many times can we book The Last Stand? Boy, kidding. No, I love all those guys. The Scandato family, like I said, they are a foundation of New York hardcore, Brooklyn. You know, you know, my family being from Park Slope. You know, when I went through my family. The Brooklyn guys, Sean Dixon, all those guys, always mingling, the old Lucky 13 days, hanging out. Even when
there he is, Mark Scandato.
Yeah, Mike is amazing. John, they're all amazing. I mean, all the brothers, and you know, let's be real. You know, it's gonna be a great. Mark is. He reminds me a lot like one of those guys who just will always seem like he's 6 years old. You know, he's. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I had one of those little alerts. Yeah. So Shutdown, you know, to me, the few and far between. That record, you know, and he did a song with Freddie. I don't know if you remember that track, but he's been wanting to come up and play the bowl for a minute. So we basically spoke. You know, he's down in Florida. He's got a family, a beautiful wife. He was like, if we could do it, we have to play kind of early. And it just so happened that, because I guess he has to go somewhere, a wedding or something going on. So it worked out beautiful that there is a terror show that night, because now it's going to be a matinee and they're all going to play early. So we got them on the show, get Brooklyn hardcore in the mix, you know?
Okay. Hey, let's do this. Anybody out there with any questions from anybody out there for Cuz, for Chaka, for Gallo, Agnostic Front question, Burn, anything? Feel free to post it up. Also, there's a super chat. Feel free to go that route. It comes in color. I can't miss it. You go to the front of the line. That kind of thing.
I just saw it. Now it's 97 comments. Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, things move quick around here. Chico says, Chaka, gotta say the Burn 7-inch is top shelf of all 7 inches.
Chico,
much respect. Thank you, Chico.
Is that the Chico? I think it is.
This is
Chico.
Larry
Chico
Kelly.
Boston.
Larry Kelly. Orange 9mm gonna play again someday.
You know, I was secretly trying to figure out how Orange 9 could play the Park show, but you know,
we tried. He tried.
Is that right? Is that right?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to figure something out. You know, not sure who will be in the mix playing with me, but we'll figure it out.
We got another Park show date in the end of September.
Better get that band together.
Does Cuz know when the Captures album's coming out?
Yes, actually, the dude from the Slackers is producing it. What's his name? I forgot. But yeah, they're actually going to be they're going to come a week before the show, and they're going to record. So it should be out. You know, I would say realistically by the summer. You know, by midsummer.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Hey, Mikey. This is from our good friend and sponsor, Michael Gutierrez from Chacho's Tacos. Mikey, we will see you in Corpus Christi, brother. Y'all already know y'all have some food the next day at Chacho's Tacos, brother.
Yeah, like we always do.
I want taco.
Is that part of the drill down there, Mikey?
Oh yeah, Corpus. They always take care of us over there.
Yeah,
I love it.
Oh, you know what? We didn't touch on this. Dan Nastasi, beyond grateful, cuz, and all at Black and Blue Ball respect. Of course, we're talking about Kings Never Die. Caught a break, man. Hallelujah.
Yeah, God bless, man. Listen, you know, that band, I remember when they first came around, wasn't like Ratbone supposedly singing for them at first? But listen, I think Danny being in that band, and all respect, Larry, all those guys are professionals, you know. But I think bringing Danny Schuler into that mix of that chemistry is going to put them into a better category of where they're going to go musically. I mean, Danny, Danny, come on, he played with Biohazard. I mean, we know if you don't know who Danny Schuler is, you live in a cave. But I really think that these guys need more attention. Drew, you've been showing them love since day one.
They're friends.
Much respect to you. I just wasn't doing really any shows, so I couldn't really do nothing. I wasn't down with the vaccine-proof shows. But now that things are back to what it should be in a way, Danny has always been a friend of mine. I've had great conversations about life throughout the years with him, and I figured, why not give those guys a chance to be on the show, get their name out there. That flyer gets seen around the world with a lot of attention, and hopefully people, when they come from out of town, they'll check out Kings Never Die.
Want to shout out Jimmy Hazel from 24/7 Spies, who played one of our Bowery Electric shows.
I wish I could have.
They were great, man.
Yeah,
they were great. And
I missed that. I hope they play again, Drew. Do it again.
Yeah, we'll do it again. Hardcore Shutterbug, Orange 9mm crushed the first Warp Tour. Okay.
Thank you so much.
I remember that.
Robert Hogg up in Scotland. Hey, Mike, are you guys going to be playing Berlin this year? I want to take my family out to see you guys in Germany for my 50th this year.
I don't think this. I mean, maybe later in the year. I'm not sure, but I don't think we're playing. I don't think we're playing Berlin this time around.
That's impressive. That's impressive, Mikey, that you actually know what's going on with your band. Because most of the guys we have here, I don't want to mention any names, are like, I have no idea what my band is doing.
21 years, Mikey, right?
Yeah, 21 years.
It's amazing.
As Stigma says, you could have killed the cop and got out by now.
Oh, that's great.
21 years, a long time to play in the Gnostic Front, brother. Congrats.
That's
I remember
awesome.
when that first happened.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
that's crazy. That was 21 years ago, man. Wow, right?
Woo. Yes, and of course, rest in peace to Mrs. Schuler, Danny's mom, who I knew from back in the day. Rest in peace. Today was the service.
Is that Richie in his picture? That guy.
What is this from Adam Malik? When was the last time that Gallo and Chaka got that party going on the bus together?
Shout out to Adam Malik. That's
hashtag bring it back.
That bus was crazy. It was Burn, Municipal Waste, and Agnostic Front sharing Persistence tour. That was amazing.
Wow.
With Adam in the mix, tour managing us, that was great.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Cause you got to bring back the old Manitoba bands like Dominican Day Parade.
Oh, holy shit, Michelle. Yeah, that was Armando, right? That was amazing.
Yeah.
What an amazing, that little bar. So many good things. I mean, a lot of bad things happened, but
well, not on the ground level. The bad things happen.
But yeah, that was a good time, man. We had, I don't know what the fuck we were thinking doing shows in that bar, but that was amazing. Dominican Day Parade was great. They played also. I think we booked them at 169 Bar with one of Butterbrain, Aaron's first Butterbrain shows.
Yeah,
we used to do Halloween party shows. Gal, you remember the Halloween party shows at 169 Bar?
Yeah, I used to DJ. Yeah, remember?
Remember a couple of those brawls? I don't know why, because we would do the hardcore show, of course, and then all these fucking people would come in, and it was just not a good crowd, I guess, to mix us, and people would just wreck. That wasn't that the old, an old Chinese mafia bar or something like that?
What? Dick's place?
169 Bar.
169.
At the end, it was all the way down at the very end of exit.
By the chop shop.
But yeah, past that, it was called the Blood.
Shop.
I heard a story. It was called the Blood Bar. They used to be some of the Chinese mafia guys used to do their business in there. There used to be guys outside with dogs on chains, it was a very scary place to be. I got to look into it. Drew, You're good at finding shit, buddy. I think it was called the Blood Bar years
The
ago.
Blood Bar. Huh? Let me
Yeah,
write
and
that down.
in 169. Yep, it was the location. But we started doing shows there. God rest in peace.
Sub-Zero at 169.
Yes, Sub-Zero. Yes. Oh my God, Sean Dixon jumped off the bar at the time of Mackey's girlfriend. Oh my God. Oh
Ellie
my God.
bartender.
He did a flip off the bar. That place is crazy, man. Saab, rest in peace, Saab, hanging out there all the time. It was.
Is that right? When the Mugs played, we brought an alligator, a real one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Phil
Phil
the
the
Kid.
Kid.
Is that right? You brought an alligator?
The kid had an alligator.
He played. He held the alligator in his arm while he sang. And he had a song called "How Much Do the Lions Cost?" I'll never forget. He's a trip. That kid.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
I hope Phil's good.
I'm not sure
Phil's
who
good.
this. I'm not sure who's posting under the New York Hardcore Chronicles page because it's not me. A lot of good times and a lot of bad choices down in the downstairs room in Manitoba's.
I remember I slept down there, and the cleaning guy woke me up in the morning.
Oh my gosh!
Drew, I was throwing bachelor parties at Manitoba's for like a while. I don't know how I ended up throwing bachelor parties, but I was like a bachelor party booker at Manitoba's. It was fucking crazy. Remember being in a freezer? We were hanging out in like the refrigerator.
Oh, it was Lenny. Lenny posted. All right, that's fine, Lenny.
Oh my God.
Chaka and Mike talking about party brings me to Lit in 2006.
Lit. Oh my
Lit.
God. I remember that's what
What was Lit? What was Lit?
I remember those parties, Second Avenue.
Yeah, Lit was a bar on Second Avenue. Bunch of great parties. Myself.
Art studio downstairs.
Folks.
Did Mark Ryan DJ those parties?
Mark Ryan, absolutely. Great party, Mark Ryan.
I was out of state that year.
Amazing. That was great. Oh.
Yeah. Art gallery in the back. Shouts to Eric Kloss.
Great.
Jimmy Hazel, Drew, you got the unsung OGs in the house. Much love and respect. We love you, Jimmy Hazel. You're a good dude.
Much respect.
Yeah. Chaka saw you guys in London on the Persistence tour. Fucking outstanding, bro.
Thank you, Robert. Much appreciated. Hope to get back there soon at some point.
London's always exciting to pull into London, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's like, right, Gallo? It's like
that's the last show I played.
Oh, really? We're at the Marquee?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was it. Oh, 2 years, 3 months.
That room, that's a pretty magic room, man. You know.
Oh yeah.
So that said, let me hold on. What else? 9mm in Detroit was badass. All right.
One love, much respect.
You might have to pull this 9mm thing together in some way, shape. Hey, listen, you know what you need? You need a good Jew manager. I'm here.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, I'm Jewish. I could say that, right? Joe James from Silver Tomb and formerly Agnostic Front. Those years of Manitoba's and bar hopping till sunrise were great.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh, is it the Underworld? What's Underworld's London, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and Underworld. Oh, yeah, that's right. It wasn't.
That's where you played, Gallo.
Yeah.
Yes, AF shot a video at Underworld.
Yes. Oh yeah. The Underworld.
All right.
One of my favorite
All right.
clubs.
This guy did a super chat. Get Silence Equals Death as an added band to B&B. I'm a different Fred De La Cruz, not the guitar player. We were on the original B&B 2022 Bowl, LOL. So
about that.
Please consider Silence Equals Death, Joey. We love those guys. They deserve a break. They're a great band, man.
Yeah.
Great band. What else? So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. There is the unfinished, not final lineup of the Black and Blue Bowl 2022. It is at the Brooklyn Monarch on Saturday, May 14th, and on Sunday, May 15th. It is going to be a fucking great 2 days, and we're looking forward to a return to form here in New York City.
Yeah, tomorrow 3 p.m., Saturday 3 p.m. There'll be some tickets probably available, so stay tuned. Go to the we'll post this flyer probably tomorrow morning with a couple of changes or editions, and then you'll see the link where the old tickets were available. You just go back there by like 3 o'clock, and you'll see what's up. If anyone wants to get tickets, that they can get them. There'll probably be some available. I'm just guessing some people may not go because GB's not playing this time. But we were pretty much sold out.
Yeah, all those friggin' straight edge kids are gonna fucking bag out now.
Yeah, it's all right though. It's gonna be a crazy weekend, and you know what? Now kids have our show to do in the day, and at the time they go see Terror. So
right there you go. Hey, Gallo, anybody you wanna shout out on the way out?
Not I can think of right now.
Gallo, what are you doing? Come on out tonight.
now, Joey.
Nah, forget it. I won't make it to fucking class in the morning.
All right, listen. On behalf of Mike Gallo, I'd like to shout out. I'd like to shout out Roger Moret, the best singer in the world. Vinny Stigma, the best guitar player in the world. Craig Silverman, who keeps it together in this band musically, and the mystery drummer, whose name cannot be named. All right, soon. Thanks, Gallo.
All right, see you guys. Love you.
We'll see you, man. Love you too, man. Chaka, anybody you want to shout out?
Shit, I need some ice. Fuck. I like the Gallo, the Gallo with the ice. So I need to do that.
I'm so glad you came by today, Chaka. That was great.
It's my fucking pleasure. When I posted today, kind of reminding people of the fact that New York hardcore created media is super important. Going back to Johnny Stiff, the homie, Spermicide, Crucial Chaos, and how important that was for me. Sure. Like Hate 56. There's so many outlets now where you can engage with this kind of music. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that's creating, content to help, the current and future generations to have access to this kind of music and kind of the viewpoints, right? The message being an integral part of that music. Shouts to Gavin from Burn. Shout out to everybody that's ever played in Burn. Shout out to anybody that on social media that's willing to have a civilized conversation with me, whether we agree or disagree. Conversation is really important. Civilized communication is crucial. And I think the best way to do that is by recognizing that the other person thinks that they're correct, right? So if I in my heart disagree with you, but I realize that you think you're right, then I can stop treating you like an asshole and treat you like a human being that just sees the world fucking differently, right? So that's what it's about for me. So shout out to anybody that engages with me on social, whether you agree or disagree. One love.
We'll talk to you soon, Chaka. Thank you.
Peace. Thanks, Cuz. Thanks, Drew.
Got it, brother.
Man, that was great.
Always.
Yeah, that was like a really great show, man. I really enjoyed it. It really went well, and people are really excited, man. I mean, the park thing, the bowl thing, and I gotta say, I didn't know all the details until you sent me this a little bit before the show. It's a hell of a bill you put together, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I lose you?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Do you hear me, Sid?
I can hear you fine.
All right, he'll be back. Joey will be back. He'll be back.
He'll always be back. He will always be back, Drew.
Yeah.
Fun freaking show. There he is.
Leave it up to my mother to call.
Hey, but mama knows best.
So yeah, Drew, back to what you asked me. Yeah, man, listen, like I said, if it wasn't for the bands, wasn't guys like you that played in bands, I'm not in a band. So like, I'm just a person who likes to organize these things and hope people want to enjoy them. I if it wasn't for you guys putting the effort, playing the music, singing the songs, I would not exist in that aspect. So thank to everybody, every band that is able to play. The bands that couldn't play, things come up. I understand that's unfortunate, but it's going to be a great, I think, kind of 1-2 punch for New York City to have, the park show. It's going to be another iconic day. And then the bowl just about a month later. So,
yep. All right, Joey, I'll talk to you soon and I'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Take care. Yes, Sid, that was a great show.
It's going to be Drew. this next month is going to be one crazy fucking time for music in general in the city.
Yeah.
Not just for hardcore, not for punk rock, but for music in general. It's just going to be a big, big deal.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah. Get these bottom of the band bills on Drew's show before. Yeah, we'll get some of them on for sure.
Hey, come on, because you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, guys. It's little by little. We got to throw a tease.
Excuse me, what did you say?
It's got to throw a tease here and there. Just
no,
can't.
Before that,
little by little, Drew.
No.
Baby steps.
Rome. Something about Rome.
Rome wasn't built in a day, Drew.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Wasn't. And if it was, somebody get a time machine so we could find it.
Hey man, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Damn right.
Yeah. Yes, Scott Travis. Crucial Chaos was a big part of the early hardcore thing in New York City. That
From
was
80,
like that was
80, I was gonna say from like about 85 to even about 98, they had some great shows.
My pleasure, Joe Bill 72. Thanks for watching. It was a good show. I enjoyed it.
Definitely was.
And here as I just want to post this up. This guy here, I said this before on the show. You got to have balls, man. And this guy's got balls. He's got the balls to do big fucking things. And proud to call him a friend. And done some great things with him. And we will continue to do some great things. But you got to have guts. And this guy's got a lot of guts. I got to give him that. So there you go. Hey, look, we don't always see eye to eye, but I'm glad life is moving on and everybody. Hey, Busky. Listen, Busky, you don't have to answer my calls, bro, ever again. You could just chime in on my show once in a while.
See, but remember, Busky's always there though, just like how we're always there for you, Drew.
Busky's always out there. Busky's always out there lurking. He's a lurker, that Busky. Yep. So, yeah, a lot of kids that couldn't make it into the city had Crucial Chaos. Yeah, I mean that's. Hey, what's happening in London, Volt? How's things? We got some London. We did some London on today's show, right?
Well, I mean,
I
had to bring England out today too, though.
Look, I'm.
Yep, it all comes together.
Does the Take have new merch?
That is actually some of the new merch that you're rocking right now.
Oh,
Drew.
this is?
Yes, it is, sir.
Okay.
One of two new designs when you go see them.
Sid,
that will be,
Sid, mention your show April 10th, United Blood. Congrats, brother. You know what, Sid? I will. Sid's band United Blood's playing at the Market
Hotel.
Diner? Market Hotel?
No, the Market Hotel in Bushwick,
with Death Before Dishonor and who else?
Cruel Hand and Year of the Ninth. This is like a
Cruel Hand. I've heard a lot of good things about Cruel Hand.
Yeah, they did the H2O shows a few months back at LPR. Great band. Like the way Bridge 9 put that whole tour package together, they really did an amazing job with that.
With what?
It's a tour package. Death Before Dishonor, Cruel Hand.
Really?
Bridge 9, yeah, because Death Before Dishonor is on Bridge 9 Records.
What do I know? My last band's on Bridge 9 Records. I don't know shit.
Hey, look, when I saw when the promoter sent me the flyer and I see him.
I'm a big fan of Chris Wren from Bridge 9 Records.
Chris, for even being up in Boston, he puts out some amazing material.
So if you have this show, why are you hawking me for another show?
True. August. Just saying.
August. But you don't want to play upstairs in the cool room. You got to play downstairs.
I want to play in the room with the amazing sound, Drew.
Yeah,
I've only been at that club for 14 years. I think maybe I get that one chance in my life. Not just
shouting out Jay out there down there in Jersey. Yes, Cruel Hand is phenomenal. Great kids too. I got to check them out, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, they look the two
great.
shows.
Jay, of course, behind the Stomp Out Animal Abuse and all the great benefit shows down there in Jersey. So big ups, big ups, Jay. You do a lot of great work down there.
Cruel Hand definitely brings it. I saw them say with
listen about the Bowery Electric. I've said it before. It's my favorite room in New York City to play. I've had huge wins in that room. I've had win after win in that room. That Bowery Electric, next to A7, That's why when they moved us, the ops from A7 to Bowery Electric, it wasn't the end of the world for me. Because that room is the best to me, the best sounding room, and just I love that room, man. Love that room. What else? Pink Floyd didn't reform, bro. Did you see that Pink Floyd track? That does not constitute Pink Floyd. There's no Roger Waters. There's no Rick Wright on keyboards.
No Sid Barrett.
Sid Barrett's been out for a minute. And they took, and God bless for the cause they did, but they took some, I don't know all the details, Ukrainian soldier dude on Instagram. They took him singing the Ukrainian national anthem and put Pink Floyd music to it. It's what they did was they resurrected the Pink Floyd name and put it to that dude's Instagram post to bring super attention to it. So I mean, good for them, but it's a far cry from Pink Floyd,
Pretty much.
Lenny from Fahrenheit says best sounding room in New York City ever. CBGB's Fight Me. I don't know, man.
I mean, look, we both played that room a few times.
CBGB's had a very unique sound to it. It did. They had a great sound system,
Yeah, but just when you hear it coming off the board, I mean, obviously not the bands that we know, but just like any bands that would go in there that were good enough, they felt they could give the sound man a blank tape. They come back with it. They play it when they go home. I'm like, damn, we sound this good.
Ryo Lentz, where in the world is Brian Zoid Neglect? One of my favorites. Would love to see him speak on Neglect someday. I do not know. I could not answer that.
See, some of those Long Island heads would know where that dude is. I mean, just to get them to do one.
Listen, Sid. You're so backed up on yourself. Stephen Messina says serial poets are happy to play upstairs, downstairs, in the kitchen, the meat freezer, wherever.
This is where I could get Steven on this. You gotta understand, I've been at that venue for 14 years, and the hell I've had to catch from a certain, I'm not gonna say on air who, you know who I'm talking about, Drew. I'm not saying I deserve it, but hey, a shot doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Here's an interesting from Paris of the Agros and Cro-Mags. The Ritz and Limelight and L'Amour's had great loud sound.
Oh yeah, Limelight.
Paris would know because those are like next level up rooms. Like the Ritz, the old Ritz on 11th Street. I played the Limelight many times.
Oh yeah,
and when Antidote during the rock years.
Yeah, because always with the Limelight was, Drew, and I can say this because I worked there too. It was a church. It wasn't a venue. It was just a church converted into a club where the sound just bounced everywhere. Unless you were dead center.
What are you talking about? The Limelight was great.
No, well, my point is, if you were dead center, you could hear everything. If you were in one, it just depended where you were in that club. It either reverberated or it just. But Paris was right. It's loud.
Yeah, wait. I got a picture of. This is interesting. Here, let's do a little Limelight reminisce right here. Okay, here is
name. Here, let's guess the year.
Here's this is an interesting show. Put together a couple of the Limelight passes that came together. I actually have these. This is from my personal collection.
Oh yeah, I remember that show.
This is Warzone and Antidote at the Limelight, and of course at the time, Antidote was doing the rock thing, and Warzone put out the self-titled record, which I love.
And the third record that Ray would say, well, would play everything for the third record? I don't think so.
Yeah, the infamous. So there's Antidote and Warzone at the Limelight on a Sunday night rock and roll church.
Yep.
And here is a shot of me at that show playing on stage, singing with Antidote at the Limelight. There you go.
With the luscious locks of hair, Drew.
Woo!
That we would kill for today.
Damn. Listen, man.
Fear played.
I had my moment. In the sun. That's
Fear played there in '95, I believe. That was the show where Jimmy got his leg broke. Bouncer pushed him off the stage, caught part of the
Who? Jimmy G?
Jimmy G, yeah.
Broke his leg at the Limelight?
Yeah, one of these asshole bouncers pushed him off
Does
the
anyone,
stage.
by the way, does anyone know 7 Seconds and Negative Approach are doing
Yes,
a last minute
that's
show
tomorrow.
tomorrow?
That's tomorrow at TVI in Ridgewood.
Is that right?
2 p.m. Tickets are going fast.
No
due to certain
why are they not? Aren't they playing?
No. Five days of the Circle Jerks tour were postponed due to one of the members.
Is Irving Plaza postponed?
That's on the 24th. So right now, obviously not right at the moment. So of course,
Antidote and Warrior Soul.
Hey,
at the Limelight was fantastic. I think,
but I give it to Kevin and John. They're keeping the bus rolling. They're keeping it moving. It's going to be a fun show tomorrow.
Here you go. Listen, man. Here you go. Here is a flyer. This is an interesting one from the archives. This is Antidote, Warrior Soul at the Limelight. DJ Howie Pyro, happy birthday, Master Ceremonies Jesse Mallon, Warrior Soul and Antidote at the Limelight. I guess this is 91.
And of course, they use a New York Dolls photo for a stock photo of you, Drew.
No, it's not me. It's the Dolls.
Oh, it's New York Dolls, man. Come on now. Even I know this.
We played the Limelight a lot. It was a great room. Negative Approach still brings it. Yeah, they do. Like to get him on the show. Anybody talks to John Brandon, tell him to come the fuck on the show. What's the story with the 2 Antidote bands? There is no story. As a matter of fact, there are no Antidote bands these days. There are none. It's 0. Nope. Those guys went out and their tour imploded in the Midwest. They are not playing as Antidote. We want nothing to do with even being associated with anything those guys have done. And we have renamed our band Incendiary Device. And the first Incendiary Device show is June 26th. Antidote NYHC, which was our version of Antidote, is now known as Incendiary Device. We're recording a new record, a lot of new material coming out, and we're looking forward to getting out there. So we've sort of walked away from the Antidote thing. It just got so ugly. Incendiary Device should share a bill with Incendiary. Could happen. No, hey, no disrespect taken, Enzo. Seriously, no disrespect taken. It's fine. It's just a weird thing, man. I've never really talked about it publicly. It's just very sad. We split with a member that was in the band that had some issues, and things just got real ugly. I miss him a lot. I grew up with him. I hope he's okay. Yes, it was. It was time for a change, and we're all super excited about it. It's like it's real relief, because honestly, almost my whole adult life, I've either been singing in the High and the Mighty or Antidote, and it was just so exciting now to have a new thing happening, a new band, a new backdrop, new song. It's exciting. So, yep, absolutely. What's up, Eddie Medina? All right, brother. Yeah, I did the Drew Stone Hit Squad in between. I miss that. We gotta get that happening. Stuart, I know you sent me a film. I have not been downstairs yet. My doorman probably has it. So when I go down for my exercise after dinner, I'm really surprised that you didn't rename the band the Gluten-Free Motherfuckers.
That's still the side project we're working on, though, Drew.
We almost had it, but we couldn't. But Steven couldn't. Steven Messina, because I wanted to play drums. You could, everyone had to. But Rat Bones would have to sing. But Steven's incapable of doing anything, playing an instrument. So
he could play the tambourine.
Lenny, are you going to Papaya on 72nd Street for dinner? No.
Oof.
No.
Even I'm like, Eesh, no. I'm not hating on Grace Papaya. Just I don't know if that's a good idea for tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I've reached out to John Brannon, but only on Instagram, and he never got back to me. He's not a very talkative dude. I don't think he'd really want to come on and do the show, you know? So, you know, that said. Hey, you know what I want to mention? Being that this one's going very long, I want to mention that my new film is screening at the Nighthawk Cinema. And there are a couple of tickets left. I think there's it's a very big room, 190 people, excuse me. And there's probably 20 tickets left, but it will sell out. Anybody out there in the Brooklyn or in the tri-state area, come to this screening. Howie Abrams is moderating the Q&A with myself and my brother, Evan B. Stone, who's been on the show, and Ethiopian musician Gilly Yallo. Get on the Nighthawk site. It's Monday, May 23rd. There are a couple of tickets. Let me look right now, see what's left. Yeah, there's not a lot of tickets left. There's 15, 20 out of 190. So get off your ass. Yes, Scott Earth, I appreciate it. And there's going to be a lot of people from the hardcore scene that's going to be at this screening, you know? And they have a very good food menu. This is true. So that said, all right, thanks, Sid.
Oh, really quick. So Robert Hall just left a comment. Unfortunately, due to work constraints, I can't. I'm not gonna be with the take in August. But coming up in May, I'm gonna be up.
Where's the take going in August?
They're gonna be playing the Rebellion Festival with 9 million punk and oi bands.
9 million, huh?
That's a lot of. Hey, it's 5 days, Drew. You gotta fit.
Yeah. They fit in 9 million bands in 5 days.
Hey, if Rebellion could do it, they've done it. So they're gonna do. Hey,
I've never been to Rebellion.
I mean, it's for any if you're just a music fan, for one thing, yeah. But if you're a punk rocker, this is your wet dream come true, because every band you could possibly think of is playing it, and always new smaller bands that you never heard of. There's one band from Korea, from South Korea, called the Rum Kicks. They're actually pretty good. Check out the Rum Kicks, everybody. They're a pretty decent band. They've been getting plastered a lot on the Rebellion Instagram. But the fight, this is one thing about tour. I'm missing for the first time in 14 years. I'm going to miss the bowl.
Hey, by the way, just keeping with oh, you know what? Can you believe it? Today is the 2-year anniversary of this show.
Yeah.
2 years ago. And keeping with my superstitiousness, I want to let everyone know that there's a Patreon page where you can support this show. Please keep this thing going. You know, that's it. All right, Sid, I'll see you later.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
Well, that was a great show. Thank you, everyone. We'll be back on Sunday with Matt Melnick, and lots of exciting things happening in this world. Thank you for supporting the show. Until then, do good things, and good things will come to you.